Welcome back to Bandits on Wheels Rocket League $300 weekly tournament, of course, powered by GameWorks. I'm Katz here with an odd fellow, and bracket, it's already been going through quite a while. I believe we have 63 teams this time around, and we're slowly whittling down the remaining members. But of course, our match on the bracket, on the docket for today, it's going to be Frost Esports up versus Bicky here just momentarily.
Yeah, and here's the thing with Frost Esports. I'm a little familiar with the organization. I've casted for them before. I've done some social media stuff with them. So the team that they have fielded, as I just lost my bracket, it consists of I think it was Tide and two other players whose names will come to me in just a second, as I apologize. I literally just lost my bracket at the worst possible time. The Frost Esports squad is extremely talented for being, a tournament level team. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not like an edge team or they're not like a top 128 RLRS team or whatever. But for where they are, they're an extremely talented squad. Tide, Regional, and Risky are the names I was looking for. I apologize. Tide and Regional, Tide and Risky specifically are two players who I know have been playing together for quite a while. I'm looking to see some decent chemistry between the two of them. And then on the other side of the bracket, we have Blicky, who is consisting of Ardinks, Eris, Peyton, and Hesse.
Yeah, of course. And Blicky, a team that I don't think we've seen recently in this tournament, in the GameWorks tournament. So we'll have to see what they're up to, if they're going to be up to the challenge here for Frost Esports. But like you mentioned, Frost Esports, a fantastic team with some great names on the side of it. And you mentioned it as well, the chemistry. And chemistry is one of the most important things when it comes to Rocket League, especially when you're playing at that higher level, because it's going to come down to infield passing. It's going to come down to cross-map booms, or really a lot of it is passing. A lot of it comes down to being able to control the ball and keep possession while you're going down the other side of the field. And that's what I'm hoping Frost Esports is able to manage to do tonight.
Yeah, and it's a good thing you brought up the passing part of it, because at this level of Rocket League that we see in these tournaments, which is your high SSL, getting into players that are trying to contend for spots in RLRS or LCS potentially, the biggest thing that I see is the teams that have the most success are the ones that are able to connect on these deep downfield passes, or more specifically, the infield passes are so critical, especially when it comes down to control over the midfield line and just keeping ball control on one side of the field. And so I think between the two of these teams, whichever one is able to kind of get that chemistry and get the passes together and maybe kind of cut back on the solo play a little bit, are going to be the ones that see the most success throughout the tournament, but especially in this matchup, specifically.
Yeah, and of course, that's really going to help you out for the future as well, consistently working on those things. But hey, here on the stream, we still do love to see some good old individual plays, love to see a flip reset, love to see a double touch, and hopefully some of these players will give it to them. But we are still waiting on the players to take the field. It'll just be another minute to get this server up. But in the meantime, let's go ahead, let's take a look at this bracket and see what has gone down so far. And the road for Frost Esports is they were able to take down Short Circuit Gaming, Nightfall, and the Pad Players. All looking pretty convincingly, other than versus Nightfall and Short Circuit Gamers, both those being 2-1s.
Yeah, and then on the other side of the bracket, you have Blicky taking down 303, N7 Phantoms, and Disconnect Purple, who 303 in their first round, 2-0 Disconnect Purple, and then against N7 Phantoms and 303 won their matches 2-1. So both these teams coming off of close series going to game 3, and so I'm expecting to see this series has the potential, just based off of that, to go to a game 3 as well. From what I know about the Frost Esports roster, they're, as I said, extremely solid in their team play, but also in their individual play. Tide is an extremely mechanical and very solid mental player. And so it'll be interesting to see how Blicky is able to deal with that. But seeing the battle that these teams have had going into this particular matchup, I think that this matchup has a chance to go to game 3 as well.
Yeah, and speaking of game threes, this is the most game threes we've seen in this bracket in quite a while. Last week, I think there were no games that went to all three up until that semifinals. So we're seeing a lot more best of threes, and that's really going to mean the competition starting to tighten up. We're seeing a lot more competitive teams coming out. They've been battling it through. A team we usually keep an eye on, being Mirage, is actually have a little bit of a different roster this time. It's going to be a Mirage X Farmville, so stealing a couple of players over there and trying to draft that good squad. It does look like they're working through the bracket pretty easily so far. 2-0s throughout the entire thing, other than a 2-1 up versus Speedy Boys. And looking at the rest of the bracket as well, a bunch of teams still working their way through the losers bracket, but Bepsis and Short Circuit Academy are two teams sitting in the losers bracket I definitely want to keep my eye on.
Yeah, absolutely. Bepis has had a decent run throughout the tournament, right up until they got 2-0'd by Tigers Gaming A. So they're definitely a team that I look to keep my eye on. Another team besides those I'm going to have my eye on in this tournament that are currently down in the losers bracket playing against 303 is Midnight Sloths. I've casted them a couple of times in a couple of different tournaments. They're an extremely solid group of players that when they get their mojo going and really kind of get the momentum rolling in their favor, they're dangerous, and it really takes a team of the caliber of a bubble team like Mirage or some CRL teams that wander into these tournaments to really take these guys down. So I'm really excited to see if they can work their way through the losers bracket and try and get some wins here tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned CRL teams. It's interesting. We don't see any collegiate teams in here tonight, or at least unless I've missed one, I don't see any in here tonight. And usually we do see a couple. We've seen Andriette in here. We've seen University of Minnesota. We've seen some occasional collegiate teams, but none in here tonight. So a lot of the competition not going to be here, especially some of these really, really strong collegiate teams that have been able to work their way throughout the bracket. They've been able to put up a lot of very good runs, make their way either to the winners finals or winners semifinals a lot of the times, and try and work their way through that losers bracket as well. But no collegiate teams in here tonight, just a bunch of good old amateur teams, bubble teams, whatever they may be, but everybody in here competing and looking, of course, for that grand prize of $300.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, $300 doesn't sound like a lot, but for these players, every little bit counts, especially when it's, an opportunity to win money playing video games, and especially a game as competitive as Rocket League. These tournaments are where these players can come in and really start getting some eyes on them and start making their way into some bubble teams to try and fight their way up to the RLRS and, hopefully everyone's dream, the RLCS. And on your note about collegiate teams, I did see as I was scrolling through the bracket that Penn State did have a team signed up, but unfortunately it looks like they did have a DQ and likely just were unable to show up. But, like you said, it's interesting seeing a lot of amateur teams, and I really love seeing this because you get to see so much different styles of play. When you get a lot of CRL teams or teams that are all bubble teams, you kind of see that same kind of level of play that you'll see from that bubble style where it's, you're very, very high level, but it's very mechanical and everyone kind of knows somewhat what they're doing. When you get these amateur teams in, you have no idea what you're going to see. The play styles are all different. There are teams that are 100% offense, playing 3 men over the 50-yard line, or you'll see guys. I've seen guys play 2 men back on defense and just said, "Hey, you are one player. Go score all the goals, and we'll sit back here and play defense." So it's going to be really exciting to see the different kinds of play styles that are going to be in this bracket tonight.
Yeah, definitely an interesting play style. Try and toss the ball out to one of your teammates and let his mechanical prowess take it over. But either way, Rocket League, of course, such a team sport as well. Such a team game is you've got to be able to work with your teammates to get the ball down the field, look for those passes, as we've talked about previously. We're going to have to see if either Blicky or Frost Esports is going to have to do that tonight, as we are still waiting for that server to go up. We should have it just here momentarily. Both these teams coming off a 3-game series, but it looks like we will be getting ready to get in a game shortly.
Yeah, and one thing to point out for this Frost roster that I do want to keep an eye on is they have a tendency occasionally to kind of have that one guy just kind of squeak out while they're playing defense and get downfield for the long clear pass. And I think on that note, I think one of the biggest things that I'm going to be looking for in this matchup specifically is to see which teams are able to capitalize on clears to pass. Because, it's great taking the ball from right in front of your net and booming it downfield and going, yeah, cool, we did it, we saved it. But what are you going to do with it next? When you can put the ball into a specific plays out of the clear where a teammate can get it, or even better, if you're able to just take advantage of the opposing team playing so far forward, they're able to just boom it over their heads and get a free goal. That I think is where true skill comes in to Rocket League, is knowing where to clear, how hard you need to clear, and really making sure that you're capitalizing on clears to pass.
Yeah, and you can't forget about positioning as well. You need to have a player down the field able to catch onto that ball and try and make it an offensive opportunity for yourself too. In the meantime, because if you're going for those clears, even if they're great clears, even if you're able to send it down the field, if you don't have a teammate there, you don't have a man chasing it trying to go for a 50, it's not really going to do anything at the end of the day. So we'll have to see how they do, but it does look like they have actually started game one without us. So we're going to have to wait for them to finish that game before we get into the next one. We'll let you know the score of the series once we get in. Should be around 2 to 3 minutes before we get in, but hopefully we're able to get in for the second game. A little unfortunate on our side of things, but hopefully we will be able to see the last two games.
Yeah, hey, sometimes these players, they're eager to play. They want to get in there. A lot of times with these tournaments, the teams that come in aren't used to playing on stream. Usually, Frost Esports, I know, is so I'm a little upset that they kind of went ahead with that, but a lot of teams are newer. They're not used to playing on stream. They're not sure how it works with being casted, and I have to wait to be invited to a game, and I have to wait to start it until we're told to. But I don't think it should be that much of a huge issue. It's gonna make it interesting casting into the second game, where we're seeing one team's up 1-0, but we still have no idea like why are they up 1-0? Who had a great game, who had a bad game, who played super offensive, who played super defensive. And so it's going to be really, really interesting to go right in, and immediately one of the teams is going to be, fighting for their bracket life, because, being down 1-0 in a best of 3 is not where you want to be. You don't want to be fighting for your life on just your second game of the series. So I think that game 2 will be definitely interesting to watch.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, one of the big things we usually talk about, going from a game 1 to game 2 is those mid-series adjustments. And that's another thing we're not going to be able to focus on here, because we're not going to know what they played like in game 1. Hopefully, we will be able to get the score from one of them so we can see, whether it was a blowout, which way it went favor-wise. But like I said, not going to be able to track those on-the-fly adjustments. Potentially going into game 2, potentially a game 3, always can be a game 3 series between these two squads, as both of them have had to fight their way up until this point.
Yeah, and depending on which team comes out on top of this, they are going to be going on to fight. Vanguard has already secured their spot in the winners semifinal, taking down Joe Mama on the other side of this bracket. That Vanguard roster consisting of Wova, Daffy, and Gooder. And it's interesting to see Joe Mama going out in the winners quarterfinal. I know prior to the stream starting, some of the other casters and tournament runners were talking about Joe Mama potentially being a favorite to be in the grand finals for this tournament. So it's interesting to see them going down to the losers bracket already.
Yeah, but we will keep you updated with the bracket, and we're going to get you into game 2 just momentarily. But before that, we're going to send it to a quick break. When we're back, game number 2 between Frost Esports and Blicky. Welcome back to the Bandits on Wheel $300 weekly Rocket League tournament powered by GameWorks, and we are loaded into game 2 here between Frost Esports and Blicky. Blicky taking a 1-0 lead after the end of that, but hey, we got 5 minutes on the clock and see if Frost Esports is going to be able to make some adjustments here going into game 2.
Yeah, and Frost is a very momentum-based team, so if they were able to, it's not knowing the score of the first game, as I'm speaking, Dinks just says, hey, Oddfellow, stop talking, I'm going to score right now.
Yeah, and nice shot, too. Wow, what a shot. And yeah, we're just hearing from production as well. It was a 5-1 game for Blicky in game 1, so dominating victory. And already we have a 1-0 scoreline just under 10 seconds into this one.
Yeah, and Hesse already going up for a 50 there with Reasonable. Does get a good win there on the side of Blicky, but you know, right now it just looks like Blicky is just giving Frost no room to breathe as Peyton tries to put a shot on, but Tide does turn that one away. And Frost is all stacked up in one corner of their field right now. That's not going to be good if Blicky can get a shot on. Does look like this one's going to squirt out towards the midfield. Gets collected by Peyton a little bit. And man, Blicky is just putting the offensive pressure on early in this game.
Oh my goodness, Heisey right there jukes out 2 as well, but this might be the first opportunity for Frost going the other way. No, Dinks just takes it right out of his hands. Gonna look for the read on Tide, but isn't able to find it. And finally, some offensive room here for Frost Esports as they're able to get it down the other side. Maybe a shot opportunity, but it should be a pretty easy clear for Heisey. Indeed it is. Tide, or top of the net, cleared away once again. And now we're seeing a little bit of offensive life coming out of Frost Esports.
Yeah, a little bit. And the interesting thing is they're being very timid on their challenges, even on offense. It looks like they're just giving Blicky too much time to save the ball and get the touches that they want to be able to get an offensive push going here, as we see Hesse throw this one onto the sidewall for Dinks, but does get met by Risky, who's going to throw it downfield. Great 50 there from Heisey as Peyton gets the demo onto Risky. That's going to make this Frost offensive push a little slower, being down one man.
Nope. Yeah, now going down the other side of the field. It's a stop from Tide. Able to keep it out of the back of the net for the time being, but just booms it right back over to Peyton. Heisey in the corner, looking for that centering pass, but unable to find it as Reasonable's trying to chase it down. Peyton able to beat him to it. And now maybe an opportunity for Heisey. I think he thought Risky was going to hit that, but actually misses. Now this could be an opportunity going the other way. Everybody's trying to scramble back.
Yeah, and right there was a great opportunity for Frost to try and put a shot on there, but unfortunately no players in position to take advantage of the ball rolling across the net. Reasonable tries to put a shot on there, but Peyton gets an easy clear off the back wall. Tide putting this one in over towards the left-hand corner. Risky has it squeak right back out towards the midfield, and all of these 50s are going in favor of Blicky today.
Oh, and an opportunity. Dinks is up, but it is going to be Risky. Able to push it out the corner. Tide now looking to go the other way. Peyton puts a shot in, and it's an open net on the backside, but Risky able to make the stop. Able to try and force out another 50. Drops it off to Reasonable, but cleared away, and another great pass. And if there's one thing I've got to say for Blicky's game so far is they are committed to these passing. They're committed to getting everybody on their team involved.
Yeah, and like I said, it's really working for them because of the fact that I think they're kind of keying in on how slow Frost is being to some of these challenges. Blicky is being given so much time to get these passes as Dinks gets a great little shot there, but unfortunately not able to go anywhere as it gets turned away here by Reason, who tries to make this one go over Peyton. Unable to do so as Dinks collects this one up out of the corner, tries to carry it down. Looks like he's going to try and pass it down to Hesse. Does get met in the midfield there by Reasonable. Shot goes on. No one able to be there, but Peyton finally comes up and dunks it in. 2-0 in favor of Blicky.
And that's exactly the teamwork you love to see. Heisey just puts it right out to the corner away from all the defenders, and Peyton is there to finish. 2-0 lead, a minute 23 left on the clock, and Frost Esports right now, you got to be scratching your head a little bit. They haven't been able to get down the offensive production they want. They haven't been able to get down the opportunities that we usually see out of this squad, and now down 2-0, already down 1-0 in the series. Just a minute left. They've got to be scrambling and try and find some shots of their own.
Yeah, and the big thing with that is that Blicky is doing a just fantastic job of shutting the play down at the midfield line. They're not allowing Frost to get much of anything on any side there as Tide centers have shot up perfectly, but none of his teammates are able to be there to capitalize. Dinks gets a big demo there onto Reasonable. Tide loses his 50. And this Blicky squad is just having absolute total field domination here. Only 2 shots for Frost all game. And finally, Reasonable is able to get the 3rd one on, and it results in the first goal of the game for Frost.
Yeah, Frost able to find the opener there, and Reasonable just finds the hole in the defense, and Heisey not able to get back on time. He was on that far post trying to chase that ball down, but wasn't able to get to it. Now just a 1-goal differential between these two squads. 38 seconds on the clock. Will they be able to find the equalizer?
And at this level of play, 30 seconds is absolutely nothing. It can last 8 years depending on how long these teams are able to make it happen. As Hesse gets a great shot there past one of the Frost defenders, but no one able to be there to clean it up. Dinks looking like he's going to try and take it off the wall, but Tide denies it. Frost looking like to have a shot here as Hesse is going to try and collect this up off the wall. Very intelligent there from Hesse to back off and waste time and not bother sending the ball back down towards Frost. Dinks looks like he's going to get a good shot on here, but Reasonable going to put it up towards the ceiling. Clock ticking down. Frost looking like they're going to run out of time as we hit 0, but this ball is still up in the air. Big demo in, and Blicky is going to take game 2 and the series.
Yeah, and Blicky came out there with a fantastic game plan. They were able to find the passes they wanted and were able with just 3 shots, and that was the only 3 shots that Frost Esports had. They didn't have the offensive production they wanted to, and that's definitely on Blicky right here. Their defense was fantastic, especially around the midfield area.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing I want to point out from Blicky is they have 2 goals and 2 assists. Right. And every time that you have 100% of your goals coming off assists, that is a good day in my book at the highest levels of Rocket League. Blicky just showing exactly what a good team can do when they have momentum in their favor and look like they've been playing together for a very, very long time. So dominating performance there from Blicky, winning game 1 5-0, and then game 1 5-1, game 2 2-1.
Yeah, fantastic win from them. But with that, we're going to go to a quick break. When we're back, it's going to be the winners semifinals. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Bandits on Wheels weekly $300 tournament, of course, powered by GameWorks. I'm Kaz here with an odd fellow, and well, we're diving right on into this one. It's going to be a Vanguard up versus Blicky. Blicky coming off a 2-0 win, and already on the offensive side of things.
Yeah, and one thing that I said off stream is that Blicky is one of the more intelligent teams as a whole that I've seen in a very long time. So I'm really excited to see how they're able to come off of that win and take the momentum going into this one as Peyton starts it off with a beautiful double tap off a pass from Hesse.
Hey, don't only have to be intelligent, it can be mechanical too with that double touch. Great angle. Finds the back of the net just 24 seconds into this one, and it's a 1-0 lead over Vanguard.
Yeah, and just like that, Blicky is going to take the momentum going into this one. So they're coming off hot off a 2-0 defeat, or excuse me, 2-0 victory over Frost Esports, now taking a 1-0 lead in the first 30 seconds of this game. Vanguard already playing on their back heels as Wova answers right back.
And I don't know about you, but I definitely thought that was coming off the wall as a pass, but Wova just gets a great angle on this, beats the defender as well, and ties this game up. We're at ones.
Wearing that space station decal with pride, definitely channeling his inner RLCS player there, getting a beautiful angle as we're going to see Peyton launch this one up. No one going to be there to go for it. Little bump there from Dinks as Hesse controls this one off the corner. Look, he's going to try and pass this one out mid towards Peyton, goes up for it, but Daffy sees it, gets a beautiful backward save.
Yeah, great positioning to make that stop. Peyton, though, with the shot, and that finds the back of the net, regains their lead, now 2-1, and we got 3 goals in the first minute of play here. Could be a pretty high-scoring game.
Yeah, absolutely. Peyton already 1 goal away from a hat trick, having all 3 shots for their team, and this Blicky squad is doing again in this series what they just did in the winners quarterfinal. Beautiful midfield passing. Dinks getting a huge demo there onto Daffy. Is anyone going to be able to get back there? Not. And Hesse going to take advantage of the demo and score on the open net.
Yeah, there was the demo, and then Peyton actually here as well gets the bump onto the defender. Wova up for the save, but just not able to get there on time. And Blicky now put the lead at 2. Got to be pretty happy about that one, as we just over a minute has passed in this one, and we are just seeing goal after goal.
Yeah, Blicky putting on a clinic here as Gooder puts that one right in off the demo onto Peyton. And it doesn't matter what Blicky is doing, Vanguard is answering right back every time.
Yeah, Peyton was trying to go for the boost there. He was able to get to it in time, but not able to dodge the demo, and makes it a 1-goal game once again. And, you know, could be expecting some more goals coming in quite quick out of these 2 squads. Daffy is up, looking for the clear attempt, but Heisey here in the backfield, trying to scout this one out, gets a touch as Daffy's going for a shot, but nothing to come from that. Wova trying to maintain control of the ball. Nice pass over the middle. It's just gonna drop. Beats the defender, and Wova finds the equalizer. Now 3-3.
I love that Wova is just so good at getting these little tiny floater touches that look like they're not going to go anywhere, and then put it into a fantastic position to just dunk the ball right back into the net. Wova doing an amazing job for his team. 2 goals for them so far in this game, and we are tied up with 3 minutes left to play as Daffy tries to put a shot on, gets turned away. Gooder puts his shot off the side wall, and now we see Blicky almost getting a chance there, but Gooder denies it, almost gets another shot on, and just all of a sudden in the last 30 seconds or so, Vanguard is really coming out swinging with offense.
Yeah, Vanguard has been sitting in the zone for quite some time now. Dinks was going for the clear, but didn't have the boost. Able to get the pass off to Heisey. Peyton with the shot, but the 50 doesn't go in her favor as Wova's able to clear it the other way, and now nobody in net. There's another Wova with a lucky bounce. Gets a Hattie off of that one.
Wova must be playing with a protractor taped to their monitor or something. The angles that they've hit all game have been absolutely insane, and that is going to be our first hat trick of the game for Wova. They're currently sitting at 7 shots total for Vanguard, only 3 on the side of Blicky here. Blicky having really no time on Vanguard's side of the field thus far this game.
Yeah, but the time they have had over there, they have made do. And Peyton looking to do it again. 2 goals to himself, but gonna get that ball cleared away and not able to keep it in the zone for the time being. You gotta be really careful about making plays like this, High C, because there's no one back in net. And there's one thing I would fault with the squad of Blicky right now is their aggression. They've had some kind of open net goals that really shouldn't have gone in. There should be a person back for that rotation that has ended up with a goal in the back of the net, but either way, they're able to hold on for the time being and now look for some more offensive opportunities. Great pass to Dinks with the shot, but Gooder makes the stop and is able to keep their lead at 1. Dinks up, bumped. Is this just going to roll in? It's going to be clear. It's right in front of net. Izzy chases it down and finds the equalizer back to 4s.
And I tell you what, Blicky needed this ball to go in, because if you scroll it back about 5 seconds, all 3 players from Blicky were stuck in that left side corner. If that ball gets cleared in any way, that was going to be an instant goal for Vanguard. So Blicky getting a much needed goal there. 1:46 left in this game. We have 8 goals scored total, and this game is just so much offense going back and forth and back and forth. It's been crazy so far, and Blicky being so efficient with their offense. Only 6 total shots on goal for 4 total goals, as Gooder gets a big demo there onto Dinks to shut down a little bit of offense coming from Blicky. Hesse getting a little stutter touch, puts it past 2 defenders, but off the crossbar, and Dinks wisely backs up instead of going for the overcommitment.
Yeah, I was looking for the shot, but knew there was nobody else behind him. Wasn't able to win that 50. Opts to back off, but the offensive production is certainly there right now for Blicky. That one going high. The shot's there as well as the bump, but Wova able to clear it away. Losing control, maybe. Staying with it is Peyton, able to put it over one defender, looking for the pass over the middle, as Gooder is able to keep it out of the corner for the time being. And now all 3 members sitting over here for Vanguard. They're able to get it out of their own defensive zone and try and start their own attack. But not for Heisey. It's a pass over to Dinks. Dinks for the shot. He's looking for the double. He finds it. Oh my goodness, Dinks.
Oh my God, that is a highlight play there from Dinks. What a double tap, coming in and just dropping it right down. Gooder not able to do anything. What a shot there from Dinks to put his team up with 40 seconds left in this game.
And Vanguard have to answer quickly in this one to have a chance at picking up this game 1, but they've got to do so with ease. Going the other way, looking for something. Heisey gets a touch. It's right in front of the net, but Wova able to clear it down the other side. Now 25 seconds on the clock, and the time is ticking for Vanguard to put another in the net. The clear's there. This one's right in front of the net, but Peyton able to make the touch. It's still floating in front of the net. Daffy follows it up, but he puts it wide, and the shot is there. It's Wova to find the equalizer. That's his 4th, and now 11 seconds on the clock.
Wova once again with the disgusting angles. Great car rotation, put that ball in an unsavable spot right along the top crossbar. We are 11 seconds away from a potential overtime here, as Gooder tries to put the game-winning shot on, gets turned away by Hesse. Now this ball dangerously still in the corner. Wova trying to come in and make something happen, pops it up into the air. Peyton looks like they're going to get a little bit of a good clear here. Hesse trying to keep this going. That ball is still up. Dinks. Oh, that was potentially a shot there. And we are going to go to overtime in game 1.
And Dinks was so close to getting that shot on target, but just barely hit the ground. And now in overtime, shot down the field. Gooder there for the stop. A pass over the middle, but slightly too high. Peyton trying to go for another pass over the middle. It's Dinks going for the shot, but unable to connect. But they have been able to keep it in the offensive zone for the time being. And as pressure mounts, will Vanguard be able to hold?
I love what Peyton is doing here. Every single opportunity that Peyton has, they're looking for the pass, not looking for an instant goal, not trying to like squeak it past defenders. That is what I love seeing in these players. Peyton was waiting there on the corner, but Dinks now flying towards the mid. Peyton passes it out mid, but Hesse is not there. Daffy gonna get control. Let's see if he can make anything happen here. Finally gets demoed out by Peyton. Now Hesse trying to put a little bit of a pass down here, a little bit of a double commit there on Dinks. Looks like they were kind of rushing that just a little bit. Daffy gets a nice clear out here, but Hesse is going to turn around, catch it off the ceiling, put it back into the corner for Peyton, who is going to put it back towards the side wall, and Vanguard is doing everything they can to play defense here. Oh, big demo from Gooder, but unfortunately, no goal able to happen.
Yeah, that demo opened up so much. Shot goes down. The demo opened up so much, and that really is what could be the decider. These teams have been really physical, whether it be going for bumps, whether it be going for demos. The opposite side of things may be an opportunity. It's floating right in front of the net, but Heisey able to clear it out to the corner. Dinks trying to chase this one down as well as Gooder. It's right in front of the net. Wova, touch towards the middle, pass, shot opportunity, and Daffy finds the game winner in game 1 for Vanguard.
And what a beautiful final play here from Wova, getting the perfect touch to get just enough distance off the wall to keep the ball away from the defenders. Daffy coming up and showing some CRL skill there to dunk that one finally down in. And Vanguard will take game 1 of this winners semifinal matchup. And what a game 1 that was.
Yeah, Daffy using all wheels on that last shot as well, but great first win for them, and it does look like we are going to restart the server, try and get a server switch real quick, but in the meantime, of course, I mean, these two teams have been playing spectacular. This is exactly the series I'd hope it'd be.
Yeah, exactly. This series is 100% a toss-up. When the first game is going into overtime like that, and you have 11 total goals scored across both teams, like this series is going to be a bloodbath, and it's just the winner semifinals, you know. And Blicky came out absolutely swinging, beautiful passing plays from them, starting off with that amazing double tap down from Peyton. But you know, Vanguard was just able to answer back every single time. One thing I think Vanguard did extremely well was instead of just booming their clears downfield, they were keeping control and making a conscious effort to keep the ball right in front of them and maintain control going into offense.
Yeah, likewise for Blinky, they do pretty much the same thing as well. They're able to maintain control, and the big battle is who is able to break open the defense, find those chinks in the defense, and try and put down opportunities. Is already starting out the offensive side of things is Heisey trying to chase down Peyton with the shot, Gooder with the shot as well, and Peyton finds it. I think it might have stole that one from Heisey, but already opening goal just 13 seconds in.
Hey, it doesn't matter who scores it at that point as long as it goes in. The beautiful play there between Heisey and Peyton. And I think in this game, too, given how reliant these teams are on playing together as teams and passing plays, the biggest thing in this game, too, for both teams is going to be that physicality that you mentioned at the end of game 1, the bumps and the demos, forcing players out of rotation and really starting to kind of screw up positioning as much as you can so that they're not able to get these easy passes to these easy goals.
And already you're seeing a couple of bumps come through, nothing too significant just yet, as Dinks is going to take this off the top wall, pinched out into the corner. Now Peyton chasing it down, not able to connect on it, but it is Heisey dropping back a pass. Dinks too far up to go for that one. It's going to be going the other way. The demo's there. That ball is dropping, but it's too high. And still looking at 0 for them. Wova trying to keep this in the zone, running out of boost there, and should be a pretty easy clear for Dinks. And here's that pass I'm talking about. Heisey was trying to go stylish, but unable to connect.
Hey, sometimes you gotta try it, but like you said, beautiful play there as Heisey gets the demo, but oh no, Peyton puts it off the side wall. That was the chance there for Blicky to make it a 2-0 game, and now we see Vanguard pushing onto offense. Heisey getting a beautiful redirect down pass towards Dinks, puts it off the side wall. Peyton waiting, but looked like it was just a little bit too hard. Man, these downfield passes coming out of Blicky have been just insane so far in the first 2 minutes of this game.
Oh, they certainly have been, but for Vanguard right now, they're struggling to get shots down the field. After that game 1 win, it seems like there might have been adjustments made by Blicky, looking to get more comfortable, looking to keep it inside the offensive zone, and look at that touch. Oh my goodness, pass towards the middle, Peyton with this shot, but Gooder to make a block, and Dinks might have found the shot in his zone, but not able to find the follow-up opportunity. But the offensive production is there. The shots have been coming out of Blinky. They have been on fire so far this game. Another opportunity, looking for the read over top, but Wova clearing it out to the corner.
Yeah, and as Blicky is starting to kind of show off a little bit here for the stream, one thing I have noticed from them is they are playing about 110 miles an hour faster than they were last game. They have definitely picked up the pace, and it looks like it is throwing Vanguard off a little bit. They're barely able to maintain control of what's happening, as right now we see all three players from Blicky now on the side here, potentially a chance for Vanguard, but Heisey does finally get a chance to put it down towards the Vanguard side of the field. Wova gonna take this one up off the ceiling, looking like they're gonna try and take a pass down here, but Dinks is there to pinch that one off towards the corner. Gooder puts this one down center for Daffy, but gets cleared away by Peyton, and now Blicky is going back on the attack one more time.
Yeah, you saw Peyton looking for the demo there as well, but now this could be the opportunity that Vanguard needs to try and tie it up. They've got to be able to chase this ball down, get on top of it, but instead it's going to be Peyton dribbling it down the opposite side of the field, trying to stay with it as well. Gooder maintaining control, and it gets pinched out to the opposite corner as Woe is able to chase it down as well. This ball's right in front of the net. He's not going to be able to get to it in time. It's going to be Heisey instead, able to clear it away and out to safety, but this is now the opportunity that Vanguard needs. They're getting some offensive opportunities. They're getting the shots down. They're getting the passes down. But the defense has been so strong. Shot opportunity. It's still floating in front of the net. And Dinks finds the second for his team. First for himself. Makes it a 2-0 lead.
So I was going to point it out, I'm so glad the replay caught this. This play starts with an incredible midfield redirect from Heisey, puts it down towards the side wall, and then Dinks shows off that insane double tap mechanical skill that we saw in game one. And my goodness, Blinky is putting on an absolute clinic on high level Rocket League here in this game two. 1 minute, 20 seconds left to play, finding themselves up by 2 as Daffy tries to put a shot on, gets denied by Heisey.
Yeah, and Vanguard just looking uncomfortable, not looking as comfortable as they were in the first game. Haven't been able to find any goals so far this game. Looking for one with Daffy, now the pass off to Wova, but you gotta give credit to Blicky's defense as well, as it does seem to picked up. You see it right here, though, some hesitation, a couple shots going down the field, and another shot there as well. 50 seconds on the clock. There's certainly time for Vanguard to try and go down the field and try and find the 2 quick equalizers, but you see the defense, Peyton, on fire right now. The reads are back and forth, back and forth. The ball's right in front of the net. City Gabbetti going to be able to get it. No, it's cleared out to the corner. And like I said, Blicky has turned on the game.
Oh my goodness, someone sign these boys. These guys are playing out of their mind here with 20 seconds left, still finding themselves up by 2. And Blicky has just made it absolutely impossible for Vanguard to do much of anything. Like I said, coming out swinging in the first 15 seconds of this game and just playing at such a fast pace. Vanguard has just not been able to keep up, and it looks like it is going to pay off as we are ticking down towards the last second, and Blicky will take game 2 with a score of 2-0.
Yeah, and Blicky, fantastic game here, forcing game 3, battling it out in the bracket. It's going to be, of course, who is going to move on to the winners finals and who will drop on down to the losers bracket. Still have an opportunity to work your way through there, but series 1-1, winner take all the next one. And if you're the side of Vanguard, I gotta say, I feel like you have to be a lot more physical.
Yeah, I agree. The physicality definitely has to be there for Vanguard, but I think the biggest thing for them is they just have to find the pace, get it, set it, and stick with it. Because like I was saying all throughout that last game, the biggest thing was just the insane pace that was set by Blicky the entire time, and just not giving Vanguard any room to breathe. So Vanguard has to come out early and try and set the tone and set the pace off where they're comfortable playing at.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they're going to be able to keep up with them is really the real thing. Are they going to be able to keep up with this squad? They move so fast. They're able to get down the field. They're able to catch those long balls and able to get the redirects followed up. Anything they can do. Like I said, I think they can increase the physicality against this squad. But hey, put 5 minutes on the clock. We got game 3.
Yeah, and already Vanguard coming out early with the offense here as Wolva tries to get another angle, but Heisey gets it just barely saved away as Gooder tries to follow it back up. Dinks tried to pass it out to Peyton, but Peyton does look like they're going to just go ahead and let Dinks take it as Daffy gets a huge 50. Peyton tries to get the save and does, as Vanguard had a chance there, but luckily Peyton was there to turn them away as Dinks gets another save off a shot from Wova. And Vanguard now coming out with everything off on offense in the first 30 seconds of this game.
Yeah, this is exactly the Vanguard you want to see, being able to pick it up, being able to move a lot quicker, and they're aggressive on the 50s. Before, they might have looked a little timid, a little uncomfortable under the side of the thing, but here you go, trying to dribble it down the side of the field, and Gooder just not able to turn around. He had a defender trailing on the entire time. Look at Icy.
Yeah, as soon as Peyton goes up in the midfield and carries that, they look down and go, hey, Icy, take care of that guy, make him go away. And Icy did that beautifully. Great play there on the side of Blicky. And those are the kind of assists that you are not going to see on the scoreboard as Icy gets the save there.
Yeah, really close opportunity already, and committing really close here. 2 members up for the side of Vanguard. They are able to come back and get another opportunity. Looking for a flick was Peyton, but unsuccessful in doing so, as this one's over top as Wova gets a nice demo. Nice shot from Icy. Finds that bottom right corner and gives Blicky a 2-0 lead.
So first off, great job from Peyton in their dying seconds to keep that ball in great position for Heisey to come up and make this shot. And then great job by Heisey to get great speed, great positioning on that goal. Just all around great team play coming out of Blicky.
Yeah, you definitely got to be glad to see that, but already a 2-0 game here for Blicky. All they've got to do is hold on to advance. But they would not complain about some comfort goals. Likewise for Vanguard, they've got to be able to do something quick, and this could be an opportunity. It's far post, and it's Gooder finding the opener there for Vanguard.
And finally, on the 6th shot of the game for Vanguard, they finally get one to fall. And I was going to point this out. There are 2 total shots on the side of Blicky right now, and guess what? It's both of their goals. So even though Blicky hasn't had the same kind of shots on goal as they had last game, they're being much more efficient with it as Vanguard tries to make something happen here on offense. Peyton getting a dangerous save out. Gooder tries to take advantage, but Peyton is there to clear it away.
And Peyton has been fantastic in the box all series long, able to find the stops he wants, and able to consistently get the ball out of the danger zone. Almost able to find the pass over to Peyton was Dinks, though. Oh my goodness, that was a lot closer than I think anyone would expect that to be. Daffy with a nice flick going the other way. Dinks able to find the clear and keep this a 2-1 game. Another shot, and Peyton able to clear it away. Now the ball floating the other way. Peyton looking for the shot, looking for the dunk. It's not there. It's Heisey finding the demo instead.
Oh my goodness, Peyton coming in clutch with the saves, and then just these incredible 50s right in front of the box for offense. You know, Peyton is doing the little things for their team that you're not going to see show up in any kind of box score or anything. And right now, this Blicky team is still firing on all cylinders, even though this game is significantly closer than the previous one was. Once again, Blicky only 3 shots on goal. So while Vanguard is spending so much more time putting their shots on the goal, we're seeing Blicky's defense coming out in full force in this game 3.
Yeah, and we saw in the previous game as well, the shots were there, but hey, that's a caster curse if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, hey, Daffy needed something, and by golly, he got it. Great shot there from Daffy. Awkward from both defenders there from Blicky. And, you know, it's one of those things that you put enough shots on goal, eventually one is going to go in. I think that's the 11th shot for Vanguard, and they only have 2 goals to answer for it as Dinks tries to play this one off the back wall. Wova keeping it dangerous as Daffy finally spikes another one down, and we see Vanguard take the lead with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, Vanguard able to fight back from a 2-0 start into a 3-2 lead, and Peyton, I don't know if he was out of boost on the goal line there or whatnot, but opting not to go up for that ball, and now 3-2 lead for Vanguard. They've started their comeback, looking to hold on to it.
Yeah, and right up until that last kickoff, it looked like Vanguard had kind of started figuring something out on the kickoffs potentially, because that's how they were able to get their last couple of goals, was just really early coming off the kickoff as Gooder places one off the ceiling, gets a beautiful touch there, almost puts it in, but Heisey denies it. This ball still dangerously in front of Blicky's side of the field. Finally, Peyton getting a save, but Gooder puts it right back into Blicky's corner as now Gooder and Peyton fighting for it. Wova. Puts this one up off the wall. Heisey is waiting for it. Gets a beautiful clear off towards the wall, but Daffy is waiting to keep it in the field, and Vanguard still maintaining this midfield control and not letting Blicky get any kind of distance here as Gooder keeps it dangerous. Daffy trying to put this one over Dinks, and Heisey is able to be there for the save, but this ball is still dangerous for Blicky.
This is exactly what you want to do if you're Vanguard right now. Just keep the pressure up. Don't even give them an opportunity, and maybe look for another one. It's your own. Daffy goes up for the shot, but Heisey able to make the stop. But so far, Blicky, they just haven't been able to clear it out of their own zone, and this might be an opportunity for them going the other way. Is that ball shot on net? Daffy with the touch, able to make a save. Now Heisey, Dinks to Peyton. Back outside, and this should be Heisey with it. Indeed it is. Nice pass over to Dinks, looking for a quick 1-2-1, but nothing coming out of that. Chasing it down, not able to connect with Heisey. But Peyton maintaining control. Now turning it the other way. Dinks in the back line, but so far, Vanguard has been able to chase down every single ball they won. But now going the other way is Blicky. They've got to score one. 15 seconds on the clock. And there it is. Oh my goodness. Heisey finds the perfect angle and the equalizer's Dink with the beautiful pass. And back to a 3-3 game.
Yeah, beautiful pass from Dinks and great speed from Heisey here to realize where the defenders were and just put that ball right in the top corner, excuse me, right off the top post. And with 10 seconds left in this game, Gooder is driving it down the field for Vanguard. Gets denied, and now Peyton putting it back down the field for Blicky. Dinks gets bumped by Daffy. That could be huge. That was potentially a shot opportunity as Heisey takes it up, over, tries to drop it down. This ball's still up in the air, right in front of the net. Can Blicky make it happen? No, it looks like Wolf is going to drop it down, and we are going to see our second overtime of the series.
These two teams have been fighting all series long. It's a 1-1 series. Winner of this moves on, and there's the shot already, but Gooder able to clear it out this side. Now Vanguard trying to go on the offensive end of things, but haven't been able to get the touch they wanted. Daffy with the clear down the field. There's no one back. Heisey might be able to get back in time. Indeed, he does. Wola maintaining control. He's looking for that centering pass, but not there in time. Heisey with the shot, and Gooder able to find a stop. Pretty rudimentary for himself, and just 30 seconds passing here in overtime. Nobody able to find anything too crucial just yet.
Yeah, and so one thing I want to notice, it feels like in this overtime, the game is kind of slowed and settled, and there's like this calm that's kind of come over the field as both teams are now playing extremely focused, trying to win this game 3 here. And correct me, right? This is the semifinals, right? This isn't the grand finals, because this feels like the grand finals the way these two teams are playing.
Yeah, this is just winners semis. Still got winners finals, winners grand finals, plenty of games to go. Oh my goodness, Dinks just barely off the mark. And that would have been a hell of a game winner if that went in.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that would have been a great way to win that game, given that he got such a great goal in the first game. But here he comes again, but Taffy denies it. Dinks is loving these drop-down goals, but Vanguard is ready for him every time as Wova has some open space here. Gonna try and play this up off the corner, but Peyton beats them to it. Gooder there to put it right back into the corner. Beat by the 50 again by Dinks. Heisey puts it down deep, but Daffy is able to get up and turn that one away. And my goodness, these teams are just trading blows left and right. It's like a freaking boxing match in here.
It's non-stop action, non-stop shots. And now it's Vanguard on the attack. Trying to chase it down is Wova. Able to get it towards the middle, but Peyton putting it out to the corner. Daffy taking control. It's bouncing back in favor. Gooder might try and chase this one down. Instead, it's going to be Heisey getting it. Still 50 in that mid area. 2 minutes now passing overtime. Wova with the shot, but Dinks able to clear it away. Still floating over the middle. Gooder looking for something, but it's a pass over the middle. Oh no! Daffy gets a hat trick and the game winner.
Wow, and what a way to finish that one out. Dinks was ready for that leave match button. What a way to finish that one out. Vanguard deserved every bit of that. Holy crap, what a series.
Yeah, hard work pays off there, and not, you look at the shots, 9 shots for Wova right there, 7 for Daffy. Fantastic game from them, plenty of opportunities on both sides, but end of the day, Vanguard comes out on top.
Yeah, so Vanguard gonna go ahead and move into the winners finals. Blicky gonna drop down to the losers bracket, but that does not mean they are done yet. If anybody is gonna fight through this losers bracket, it's gonna be Blicky, because now they're playing with a chip on their shoulder and they're gonna be fighting for their lives. And if this series is anything to go by, whew, I do not want to be the team going up against them in the losers bracket right now.
Well, definitely not. And go ahead, taking a look at the bracket here. It is going to be Vanguard up versus Mirage X Farmville. So Mirage, of course, a team that's been around for quite some time in this tournament, comboed up with Farmville. So it's a couple of players that was missing. And looking down at the losers bracket here, trying to find Blicky. Don't believe the bracket's updated just yet, but we'll have to see who they're playing later. But with that, we are going to go to a quick break. When we're back, it's going to be the winners finals. Welcome back to the Bandits on Wheel weekly $300 Rocket League tournament, of course, powered by GameWorks. I'm Cats here with an odd fellow, and of course, we have been looking through this bracket. We just had Blicky and Vanguard go the distance. They went all 3 games. They went into overtime, and Vanguard comes out on top. Now they're playing Mirage X Farmville, and, well, I couldn't be more excited for this one.
Oh yeah, after that last series, this winner's final is sure to be a bloodbath. You know, we're seeing a team with the power that we just saw out of Vanguard going up against Mirage, or at least part of them, who is, if you are not aware, a bubble team, meaning that they're one of those like semi-pro teams that are just on the cusp cusp of getting into that RLRS pipeline. Tekos and Vegas are two very skilled players, Vegas being a top 100 player on the leaderboards. So this is definitely going, well, it has the potential to be a battle. The big thing I'm looking for going into this is how Vanguard is able to deal with setting the pace and keeping it down to a pace they're comfortable with.
Yeah, if Vanguard is able to get off on a really good foot, I think they definitely have a great chance at taking an early lead. But Vanguard is one of those teams that they have to play at their own pace, or they're not going to be able to do incredibly well. If they're able to get onto their own pace, though, they're going to look fantastic. And already they're starting out on the offensive end.
Yeah, if Mirage is able to come out hot and pick up the speed immediately, that's going to make Vanguard very uncomfortable very early as Gooder tries to control this one here, but Tekos gets a nice little 50 there. So far, this ball staying locked down on the Vanguard side of the field as Vegas puts that one over the top of the goal. Looked like he was trying to get a little bit of a pass off the backboard. Blaze gonna collect this one up. Tried to fake out Wova there, but Wova having none of it. Beautiful clear out there. Daffy tries to follow that one up, but does get bounced out into the corner. Gooder following down, does miss his shot down off the backboard. Daffy trying to make something happen, but Vegas fires that one out. Daffy gets a big demo onto Blaze.
Yeah, and I really like the patience out of the Mirage defenders right there. One person attacking the ball, two people sitting inside the box at all times, and eventually they're able to find and clear, get the ball down the field, and some really, really good defense being played by them. It's going to, hopefully for them, open up some opportunities down the other side of the field, but Daffy, he's up, he's got a shot, and he's able to dunk right on top of Tekos. 1-0 start here for Vanguard.
And what a beautiful just carry and then follow up here from Daffy, putting himself in a position to just dunk that one back over the top of Tekos. Vanguard needed that early goal to set the momentum here in this game one. And now it looks like this ball is going to roll over towards the Mirage side of the field again, but Vegas fires that one back over towards the Vanguard corner. And now Vanguard going to have to do everything they can here to keep Mirage from doing something crazy.
Yeah, Mirage has great tendency to do things such as that, but now looking at an open net might be an opportunity going the other way, but nothing coming out of that. Daffy going for the touch, 50 not going in his way. It's going to back out to Blaze. Blaze looking for that centering pass. He's going to try and follow it up, but it's bouncing right in front of the net. Shot there, but Daffy able to find the stop. Tekos able to keep it inside the zone. Vegas with a great pass to Blaze. This one might be dropping right in the front, and that indeed it is, but cleared away once again, and finally able to get it out the zone is Vanguard.
Yeah, and I will say this, Mirage is playing extremely aggressively. I am seeing all three players in the close 25% of the field almost at all times on offense. You know, if Vanguard is able to get one good clear, they could potentially get an open net, but so far it's kind of working out for Mirage. It just looks like they haven't gotten the speed down of the rotations to keep it tight and keep the shots going on as quick as they would like, as Wova loses control of that one a little bit. Blaze tries to put this one on net, just barely misses it as Daffy puts his body in the way and is able to keep that one from going in. Now Wova puts this one over the top of Tekos. Daffy taking this one into the corner, Vegas turning it away, and here comes Vanguard once again doing everything they can. Now Mirage gets a shot opportunity. Beautiful redirect from Vegas, but that one goes up high. Tekos gets the bar down. Tie game here with 2:13 left.
Beautifully played shot there. Gets the bar down. So hard to defend. You see Wovi's going to try and not even actually try and go up for it. Knows that one. It's just so impossible to defend. Finds the equalizer. 2:13 left on the clock. Certainly a lot of time for these teams to try and put in some more goals, but we're looking at a pretty close game between these two squads. Great ball dropping down, but Vegas not able to find the touch he wanted.
Yeah, and honestly, just all around field control is very equal for both of these teams. No one team having just crushing offensive possession more than the others. I'm only seeing 4 total shots across the board for both teams as we are in the last 2 minutes of this game. Tekos looked like he was trying to get a little bit of a flip reset there, and Vegas just kind of taking it up off the top. Wova playing a little bit too far up, and Tekos takes advantage, gives Mirage the 2-1 lead with 99 seconds left to play.
Yeah, Tekos able to win that first 50, and Wova just a tad too far up. They take a 2-1 lead with 1:39 left on the clock. Great shot coming out of them on the backside of things, and Now all they've got to do is hold on. You'd love to be able to pick up a game 1 victory. You're going to get the momentum on your side, a little bit of speed on your side as well. But now on the defensive end of things, Daffy with a tap, but going to be cleared away by Vegas, looking to go the other way as well. With the help of TechCause, Vegas looking for the demo. He's got a double up shot. He's going to be enough. No, Wova comes across the back of the net to make the stop, but Vegas looking for another off the ceiling, dropping it below. TechCause not able to connect on that shot opportunity either. And, you mentioned these 3 players playing very far up, and we're seeing that happen again. You don't really need to do that when you've got a 1-goal lead.
Well, no, you don't, but you also don't want to take your foot off the gas. And so there's an argument to be made for just not changing the way that you're playing, as Wova almost gets a shot on there on the empty net because Mirage was all up playing offense. But there's an argument to be made for at this point in the game, don't change anything, because as soon as you change something that might throw the cogs out of place, then all of a sudden you've got 2 goals scored on you in 10 seconds as Gooder tries to put this one down towards the field, but Vegas turns it away.
Yep, with 30 seconds left on the clock, it's all up to Vanguard to score at least 1 more. Shot on net, cleared away by T-Cause into the corner. Still looking to keep it in the zone. Gooder's able to keep it in. Shot opportunity. Blaze should be able to find the stop. Indeed, he does. Wova trying to chase it down. Doesn't win the 50, and with 10 seconds left on the clock, Vanguard's got to do something quick. Get this ball down the other side of the field, but it's a great pass to Blaze. Not able to get the shot he wanted. Drops down. Gooder with it. The ball's still up. Vegas able to drop it down, and they pick up a game 1 victory.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful final touch there from Mirage to be able to just drop that one straight down, shut that game off before we saw another game 1 overtime. And I tell you what, Vanguard came out swinging just like they needed to, but Mirage was able to stay cool, calm, and collected pretty much the entire time, aside from getting, I think, a little bit too antsy in the offensive side of things. So I think if Mirage can kind of tone back the offensive aggression just a touch and make themselves a little bit more comfortable, I think that they'll be even more successful going into this game too.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Their aggression is certainly there, and it's certainly paying off, but you got to be careful about those defensive rotations. You always have to have someone in the backfield there being able to make those stops whenever the ball comes your way, because eventually that clear will come out from the opposing side, and end of the day, you got to be able to make those stops. But hey, put 5 minutes on the clock. We're loaded into game number 2. It's Mirage X Farmville with a 1-0 lead. Need 2 more to advance onward to the grand finals.
Yeah, and just like I said in game 1, the biggest thing in this game 2 for Vanguard specifically is going to be that early goal and getting that early momentum right off the bat as Vegas comes in flying over the top, tried to get the drop down, but Wova sensing that one out. They got beat by enough of those when they were playing against Blicky. They know how to defend against that pretty well now, as Gooder tries to pull this one out, but Vegas denies him early. Wova playing it off towards the wall, making it somewhat awkward, but Blaze plays it up, runs out of boost in midair, but Tekos picks it up, tries to drop it down. Daffy turning it away, and so far the offense is all in favor of Mirage.
Yeah, good early aggression here from Mirage, and I don't know if you can really notice, but it does look like they've cleaned up their rotations a little bit. They're not sending all 3 members that far up to try and chase it down for themselves. It always looks like they have a member back, and I'm really, really glad to see them tighten up those rotations. It's working a lot better for them. They're able to keep it inside the zone. Great pass. Blaze going up for it, able to do one, looking for the second. Could be the shot opportunity. What a shot from Daffy to keep this game at 0.
Yeah, and Blaze looking like he got a little bit of the own save there, keeping his team from being able to score. Beautiful pass down out to Vegas, but unfortunately not able to make anything happen. And then the demo coming in, taking away the 3rd man as Wova gets another demo onto Vegas. Demo's coming in all day as Daffy tries to get the pinch. Wova with another one, and I think Vanguard found their play style for this game too.
Yeah, physicality picking up and seeming to slightly work for them, but hey, still looking at a 0-0 game. Shots there, but Gooder there to react as well. And now Daffy dropping the ball off to Wova, passing it up to Daffy again. Gets it past Blaze, but not past TechCause. Maybe a shot opportunity. It's there. They're able to stop it right on the goal line, but it's Gooder able to follow it up and find the opener there for Vanguard.
Oh, and this is such an unfortunate touch here from Tekos, just not getting enough power, just stalls it right on the goal line, and Gooder is like, thank you, I will take that very much. And so with 3 minutes left in this game, we see Vanguard going up 1-0. Now we've seen them in this position before as Tekos tries to get another shot there. So this 1-0 lead, I wouldn't put too much weight behind it.
Definitely not, but if the defense holds up here for Vanguard, I couldn't exactly doubt a 1-0 game ending here. We'll have to see if it's going to be Mirage able to do something here. The shot was on net, but slightly off target. This ball is just going to go in. This is what we've been talking about. Those defensive rotations just getting shattered.
Yeah, that was bound to happen as we were just seeing Mirage getting closer and closer. And, you know, you mentioned at the beginning of the game that it looked like they'd gotten their rotations kind of in sync, and it looked like they had, but in the last 45 seconds there, they just kind of went into panic mode and reverted back to their too aggressive of an offense and kind of had to pay for it there as Vegas puts that one down, but Wova cleans it up immediately. What a pinch going off the ceiling there from Blaze as Tekos cleans that one up. Tries to put a shot on there, but Wova waiting on the front post, but Vegas is there to follow it up. 2-1, still in favor of Vanguard.
Yep, they find their opener there, and hopefully for them, a little bit of a momentum shift as Vegas is able to find this shot, squeezes it right past the defender, and makes it a 2-1 game. 2:13 on the clock, so still a decent amount of time to try and mount your comeback here.
Yeah, oh, there is plenty of time here, especially for a team like Mirage. Whoa, my goodness. What a shot as that one clanks off the top bar. Although, I tell you what, if Vanguard's making shots like that, Mirage may not have much to go on.
Yeah, I mean, I completely thought that one was in, but already another opportunity. It's Vegas with the equalizer. 2-2, 1:52 on the clock.
Yeah, and this is why you can never count Mirage out. Beautiful pass off the ceiling from Blaze to Vegas, and then Vegas getting such a great little ground pinch there to fire that one in low and fast. Just great plays all around from Mirage, and we are tied up with 1:50 left to play.
Yep, 1:47 now, and both these teams have been going at it very, very aggressively. We've seen the physicality pick up. Nice touch there from Blaze. He's going to try and get the flick. He gets it. Oh, my goodness. Now that's Mirage X Farmville with 3 unanswered goals.
Oh, my goodness. That is a textbook breezy flick there from Blaze. What a shot, showing off his mechanical skill there. And like you said, 3 unanswered points for the Canadian team in Mirage, and it looks like they are just in total control here all of a sudden, like just in the last 20 seconds.
They look a lot more comfortable. They look like they're working with each other a lot more, and so far one thing they've got to be careful of is those backdoor rotations. There's a shot, but it's high and cleared away. Still an opportunity for Vanguard potentially brewing. Blaze able to get a touch, but not before Daffy dunks it right on over him and makes it a tie game once again.
And these offensive rotations from Vanguard, we really haven't been talking about it much, but they've been so good all series. They're right where they need to be, right when they need to be there. The speed is there. They're able to just fire those shots in the breaks between the defensive rotations. And that is what is giving Vanguard the advantage right now, is they're seeing how Mirage is rotating and squeaking their shots into the cracks in the defense. And it's really working for them so far.
Yep, trying to hold on now. You can't let anything go. There's 1 minute remaining. And Wova able to clear that one out the corner. Vegas chasing this one down, able to keep it inside the offensive zone. But Wova able to keep with it, loses control, and it's Tekos getting a touch on it. Should be able to follow it up as well. He's going for the air dribble, potentially looking for a pass, rolling right in front of the net. And Wova able to maintain control, put the flick down the field. And now it's 1v2 right in front of the net. Doesn't find the angle he wants. And Gooder able to keep this in the zone. 30 seconds now on the clock.
Oh, what a pass out from Gooder to Daffy as that one's going to ring off the top bar. But Wova is there again off the corner down to Gooder. Gets turned away by the defense from Mirage. Now Tekos in the air gets beat by Daffy. Tries to drop it down. Big pinch off of Blaze, keeping this one still in offensive position here for Vanguard. Vegas trying to collect it up. Gooder coming in over top. Whoa, that was 3 players there. Wova doing everything they could to try and clear out the defenders. This ball still up in the air as Daffy puts it towards the net. Blaze puts it out. Wova keeping it up. Vegas is there putting it up off the wall. And, well, we're not going overtime just yet as this one is still up. Gooder playing it out towards the corner. Blaze getting a little touch. Wova trying to drop it down, and they will finally take us to overtime here in game 2.
Plenty of overtimes we've seen tonight, and here comes another almost a nice shot there from Blaze, but he's going to get bumped to the backside. Maybe a centering pass, but Tekaz opting to back off. Smart move from him as he deflects it out to the corner for the save. Now, maybe chasing it down the deflection, sending it wide. Tekaz able to stay with it. He picks up the boost. And is able to... Nice little pull shot coming in, but it is Gooder able to find the clear.
We'll say the pull shot was calculated for the sake of Mirage there, but hey, it almost worked as Wova's going to try and read this one. Oh, big miss there from Wova, but Gooder is there to try and follow it back up. This one now being played off the wall here by Daffy. Looks like they're going to try and get a pass out to Wova. What a pass! Oh, and Wova still almost made it happen. Great defensive play there from Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas in the right spot at the right time, and this one might just go in. Indeed, it does. Mirage pick up game 2, put themselves at series point, and Tekaz just with a shot from downtown.
Yeah, and you know, Vanguard put everything they had into that last offensive push there, and unfortunately, Vegas just stonewalled it all by himself. And you know, that was just a great game all around. Once again, Vanguard coming out strong early, but Mirage just able to hold on and stay composed throughout the entire game. 14 total shots for Mirage. I'm looking at 13 for Vanguard. So both of these teams playing extremely close together.
Yeah, and these two teams are so evenly matched. While it is a 2-0 series in favor of Mirage right now, both these games have been incredibly close. The last one, of course, went to overtime, and the goal just came from a long ball, a downfield clear that ended up in the back of the net. And, you know, we talked about the rotations from that squad all day long, and that's one time where it looked like it failed them.
Yeah, and both of these teams, honestly, have had different instances where they have just been playing that kind of aggressive, where they're just throwing everything they have into their offense, and if they get scored on, they get scored on. You know, unfortunately, you can't do that in overtime. As this one looks like it has a chance, but Gooder gets there to put it out. That was almost a kickoff goal in favor of Mirage.
And you've got to be kicking yourself right there if your Mirage should have been able to get that one to go. But now going the other way, looking for the flick, nothing coming out of that as Tekaz is able to stand his ground. And able to stay with it. I think Vegas's controller might have disconnected for a second. A bump gets it back into play, and Blaze able to keep it in. But a lot of sustained pressure here from Vanguard early on.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you exactly what happened there. Blaze and Vegas were fighting over that 100 boost. I think Blaze came out on top there, but yeah, just great patience here from Mirage. Both these teams kind of having a decent idea now of how they each start out these games, and Vanguard trying to start out just as strong as they have previously. I think every game so far, they've had a goal in the first 90 seconds or so, as now this one looks like it's going to go for Mirage, as Blaze gets a great carry over the top of Wova. What a goal there from Blaze.
Blaze, what a shot. He's able to get this one up in the air, stays with it, and puts it right over Wova. And Mirage looking to take this series 3-0. They don't want to go to 4. They don't want to go to 5. Want to take it in 3, and starting off, pretty dominating goal.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Mirage needed to start off here, because we know how Vanguard is with being on their back axles, as that was almost a second goal there in favor of Mirage. Tekaz playing this one out, but Daffy is there. Unfortunately, no one else from Mirage there able to clean it up right when they kind of needed that fast-paced offense. They didn't have it, as now Wova is going to try and drive this one down the field, trying for these more... Wova has been doing these little mind game dribbles all game as Gooder tries to get another shot on there. Oh my goodness, Blaze with the save. Oh, Vegas, what is happening now? And Gooder finally puts the shot in.
I think they got credited with 3-4 saves right there. Blaze out of nowhere, another save, but Gooder able to come over on top. And that's going to be Vanguard tying this game up at 1. They don't want to go out just yet.
Yeah, no, and just what a defensive stand there from Mirage, and just unfortunately not able to make it happen. 3 minutes left, and this game is tied up, as now this ball is just being fired back and forth across the field. Daffy trying to collect this one in the corner. Tekaz puts the shot on, but Gooder with a beautiful half flip save there. Now plays this one up off the sidewall. Blaze is going to go up waiting for it. Gonna try and play it off the ceiling just a little bit. Gets the pinch there from Wova. This one's still dangerous in front of the Vanguard net as Blaze passes to absolutely nobody. Gooder plays that one up off the sidewall. Big demo onto Daffy from Tekaz. That ball going towards the net, but Tekaz is going to play. What a bump there from Wova, but unfortunately Gooder not able to take advantage.
Tekaz just got sent halfway across the map with that bump. I think he got sent supersonic, but either way, he's been able to stay strong, especially on the defensive end. You got to give really big credit to Tekaz this game. He has been so patient on a lot of these dribble plays and has been able to hold on, but this could be an opportunity going the other way. It's just off the mark. And able to hold on for the time being. Still at 1. Pass there. Blaze going to get interrupted. Maybe a shot as Tekaz is able to get back in time and send it out to the corner. Bouncing up in front of the net. Vegas staying with it. Puts it over one member. Looking to put it over a second as Gooder is able to maintain control. Bakes 1. Looking for a second with the air dribble, but he's going to get interrupted by Tekaz as he sends that out to the corner.
Yeah, and in the last 30 and 45 seconds or so, we're starting to see the same kind of issues that we've seen from both these teams. Just so much overcommitment on offense, almost resulting in a goal on both sides of the field as now Daffy plays this one up, but Tekaz meets it in the air to put it back on the Vanguard side of the field. Blaze going up way early. What a pre-read there, but it's able to throw off the offensive push there from Vanguard as big demo comes in from Vegas onto Gooder to shot down the push.
Yeah, massive demo there. Pretty much stopped a potential goal. Another shot. The opportunity's there. And it's Gooder with his team's second, in the lead for Vanguard late in game 3.
Gooder coming back from the dead saying, man, I wanted that goal. I'm gonna get it this time. And what a great shot there. Great pass, great positioning. That one was just picture perfect, nothing too flashy. And we see Vanguard up with a 1-goal lead, trying to keep themselves alive in this series. But as we've seen so far, Mirage still has plenty of time as Daffy gets it past 1. Big pinch there from Blaze. Gooder keeping it in, but Vegas says no, sir, and clears it out towards the wall.
Yeah, now with 1 minute on the clock, they got to do something. They got to do it quick. Look at the reflection. That ball's curving, but it's off the post and wide. Every bit of interruption. Nobody is able to get it, and Blaze puts the shot wide. Maybe another pass attempt, but nothing come out of that. Gooder taking control. This should be Blaze able to get it, turning around. Tekaz with this shot. It's high. It's bouncing. It's in front of the net. It's Vegas able to chase it down and find the equalizer.
Hey, this is such an unfortunate touch from Wova. Great shot by Vegas to put it towards, or I think Tekaz, excuse me, to put it towards the net, and then Wova just unfortunately not able to get the pinch it looked like they were looking for to get that one away. And with 36 seconds left, we have a tie game, and Vanguard is still fighting for their series life here in these winners finals.
Still looking at a tie game between these two, and Mirage wants to open it up. They want to finish this right here, right now. And other side of things, Vanguard haven't been able to pick up a game this series. Shot on net, follow-up from Vegas, cleared away by Wova. 14 seconds on the clock, and looking to go the other way is Vanguard. Are they going to be able to get an opportunity down? It's right in front of the net. But cleared and pinched away. Is that just going to go in? Yes, it is! Please! Oh my goodness! From downtown, 4 seconds on the clock. Might have just found the game winner.
Yeah, I think Blaze just single-handedly knocked Vanguard down to the loser's bracket. What a shot, but we still have 4 seconds here on this kickoff. This is Rocket League, and anything can happen as this one goes up off the wall. Wova going to try and play. Gets met in the air by Blaze. That one's going to go off the side. Tekaz going to put it down, and with that, Mirage are going to take these winners finals 3-0.
And Blaze with what a shot. That came from absolutely nowhere. You look at the shots, Blaze definitely taking his team in favor of that. 5 shots to himself, 2 goals. Fantastic game from Blaze, and I just am still in disbelief that shot was able to go from pretty much his own goal line to the other net.
Yeah, and honestly, that shot is just kind of the epitome of that series. You need those kind of things to happen. It was either going to be a shot on an own goal from an overcommitment or just the boomer of booms, the clanger of clangs, all the way from like the 5-yard line to the other opposing goal. You know, great job there from Vanguard to stay in it. It's that the series is going to say 3-0, but it was so much closer than that the entire series. And I think Vanguard still has a chance to fight their way out of the losers bracket. Although now it looks like, depending on how the bracket is shaping up, they may have to see their old friends in Blicky down there.
Yeah, and it does look like Blicky actually got knocked out by up, down, left, right. Currently up, down, left, right, and Joe Mama are playing. The winner of that will go on to play Vanguard. So Vanguard with the opportunity to play either Joe Mama or up, down, left, right.
Yeah, well, hey, dropping down to the losers finals gives Vanguard a chance at revenge in the grand finals against Mirage, depending on who comes out on top between up, down, left, right, and Joe Mama. But man, once again, even though that series was 3-0, that was such a close series between Vanguard and Mirage.
Yeah, got to give credit to Vanguard. They played phenomenally, were able to put down the shots, were able to get offensive opportunities, but end of the day, just weren't able to pick up those victories. And we saw overtimes. We saw games with just a 1-goal difference. And, even in that last one, we saw that shot from downtown, which realistically should have had no business ending up in the back of the net, but it did. And, of course, they move on.
Yeah, hey, Rocket League is one of the most skill-based esports out there, but at the end of the day, sometimes you get a little bit of randomness, little bit of RNG that goes your way, and, you end up with stuff like that happening. So great job there from Mirage to move on to the grand finals and fight for their chance to win this tournament.
Yep, of course, congratulations to them, but that is going to be it for us on the desk tonight. Of course, I was Cats here with an odd fellow, and we're going to bring in another group of casters to bring you a couple more games. Of course, grand finals right around the corner. You don't want to go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are going to be casting over this insane Rocket League match today. Today we're going to have Vanguard versus Joe Mama. It's going to be Welva, Daffy, Gooder versus Sean B, Too Fast, and Zanil in the losers finals. Today it's going to be me, Iatomic, with my co-caster Xandar, and we are going to be really excited to bring you these games today. So, Xandar, I just wanted to ask you, what team do you think is going to come out on top today?
Well, the way that I've been seeing Joe Mama, I've been watching a few of their matches. They've been one of the top, excuse me, they've been one of the top teams that have been playing so far. They've knocked off Frost, they've knocked off Lost Not Found, another bubble team, and they've knocked off Up, Down, Left, Right, which I've been very peculiar about. I've been very excited to see them. But now we get to see them against Vanguard, which just lost to Mirage. So Mirage, they were a top level team. They sweeped them, but certainly I still expect Vanguard. This one's going to go all 5.
Yeah, no, I think I could definitely agree with you there. I mean, we've already seen Vanguard 2-0 Joe Mama in the winners bracket. We saw it was the games. It was gonna be 2-3 versus 1-3. All in favor, both in favor for Vanguard, and a best of 3 here. And now we're gonna be seeing a best of 5. From what I understand, against these two teams, and let's see if Vanguard can continue their tradition. I mean, they've went on and they've won against Blicky, which had Ardinks, Payton, Hasey, and Crit and Eris, and then now we're gonna have, and they went ahead and lost 0-3 against Mirage in a best of 5 there. So, they're coming off of a loss here, but they're definitely not shy from seeing some wins. So I'm personally gonna go ahead and take Vanguard, who are gonna be coming from the winners roster, and see what happens there. So
yeah, and my mistake, it's not a best of 5, it is a best of 3, so I expect it to go all 3. That is the correction, but I'm gonna have to go in the way of Joe Mama. I'm just too big of a fan of Too Fast. He's just a great player coming from North Texas, and then Sean B and Zen will pretty much follow him right up. So they've been top tier, but they're already on the pitch maybe, and we might need a new lobby. Maybe.
Oh, we got it right down in deal. So first kickoff goes off in Vanguard's favor. Daffy sending the first goal in 4 minutes and 55. With 5 seconds off the clock, we have a goal for Vanguard.
A clear. It's a great one. And then the dunk comes straight out off the initial touch. And now exactly 5 seconds off the clock. 4:55 still left to go. And that's a great start out for Vanguard, but definitely not going to be too much of a shame here to Joe Mama.
Not at all. As we see a quick response, Too Fast sends a goal in past the Vanguard defense. Vanguard defense was a little bit stuttery there. Just left the ball in front of their net for far too long.
Exactly, do that. And I know I've been saying that they were going to score quickly, and this one's going to probably be a top scorer here tonight. We haven't even left the first 20 seconds here, Atomic, and they're already outscoring each other. And one apiece, looking like it's going to be going in the way of Gooder. Gooder going to get the shot off, going to go top shelf, and now they're up by 1 once again.
Yeah, but we can't even transition fast enough. Gooder is just going to go ahead and get right past Too Fast. So just a little bit of an early jump. Gooder took a nice slow approach there, gets a nice easy shot past. Zanil was just a little bit late on the rotation there, and now Vanguard are up 2-1.
And now it goes in the way of Too Fast, but Daffy going to go for the aerial off the ceiling, look for another shot that's on target. Zinel going to make the save. And now Gooder just going to look to send this one back. Keeps the control, but sends it right down to the orange player of Too Fast. Daffy, good clear out, but only gets as far as an orange player. Too Fast going to send this one over to Sean B. Good drop down shot on, and Gooder going to turn this one away. Vanguard, they're having to hold on defense, but certainly they're turning them away very quickly. And then the clears, they're not making it very far, but yet they're still making them.
That is very true. As Gooder didn't have enough, or Welva rather, didn't have enough boost, but there we go. A little bit of annoyance on Zanil. Now he's going to back off. Daffy's going to send one through to the left side. He's going to get a pick up this 100 boost here. Zanil's going to tuck it away clearly. Welva and Sean both up for this one. Sean going to have a clear shot on net. Gooder trying to get in the way of their Sean B, however, scoring an absolutely good goal there on Gooder.
It's absolutely right. That's a perfect double. Gets the dunk as well on Gooder. That's an excellent play right there. 2 apiece. Not even 90 seconds off the clock. I keep going back to the clock just because of how fast these players keep wanting to play. And the speed is definitely the increaser that's going to continue throughout the rest of the night as we go into the grand finals. But we still have this one to go through. That was a great shot on once again. Gooder is in the backfield, taking a sweet old time. Going to finally get the clear out, has plenty of boost to work with. Daffy now has the control, looks for the pass infield, but yet going to keep it on himself. Looking for another chance, but Sean B going to get this one out, and the bump not going to come through as we're back in the orange half of the field.
Yeah, Wolver right in the way there. Wolver sending it right down, almost getting through here. Gooder now on defense. Gonna have to wait for an attack here from Too Fast. Doesn't exactly happen, however. Now Vanguard are gonna be in trouble once again, and it's gonna be a 2-3 ball game, and Zanil is gonna be behind that goal.
Yeah, that one's probably got to hurt a little bit for you. That's a wide open net. Daffy and Zanil both out of position, and right now it's a wide open net to score it. They absolutely put it on net, and now they're back on top is Joe Mama, but now looking for Daffy to get the air dribble, gonna be knocked away. Looking on net, but once again, it's going to be knocked away into the midfield, but not going to go very far. A little bit dangerous here, and Zinno does get the clear over to the sidewall. Too fast. Not going to make contact, and Zinno looking for the pass. Only slight one, but the redirect comes through. Zinno, does he have the control to get up? No, he does not. And now it's off the ramp for the ceiling just at halftime. We're up 3-1, which is Joe Mama, but certainly Vanguard, they're holding their own, and they have plenty of time to get back within.
Daffy behind, gets a shot. Zanil putting it into the other corner. Daffy now control the ball, right to Sean B. Sean B up for another double. We know that's a killer one in the past. Zanil now slowly approaching the net, trying to get a flipper save, gets a good positive 50 and Too Fast seals the deal on Vanguard there. Daffy just couldn't get a good enough 50 of Zanil's amazing touch here. What a controlling touch by Zanil for Too Fast to come follow up.
Absolutely, that's a perfect touch right there. Gets the exact follow-up that's needed. Up by over 2 minutes to be played now. And that's a great start here for that Joe Mama team that is in orange. But certainly the opportunities are coming few and far between currently for Vanguard. Their defense is now getting hammered and their offense not awake at all. But now it finally is. I called them out, and Gooder gonna slot this one low off the tight angle.
Gooder does a great job of just making sure he can get in between the defense's holes of Joe Mama. What a great goal by him there. So now he's going to put it up to 3-4. The insurance goal for Joe Mama is gone, and now Vanguard have a little bit of momentum to get another one. Too Fast on the ball here. Going to pitch it over to the middle. Daffy in the way, however. Daffy now in the corner, putting it over pass in the midfield. Sean B in the way, however. Gooder up with the ball. Not able to get past Too Fast. Too Fast passes to Sean B. Sean B back over to Too Fast. Zanil's going to take it back instead. Daffy now in control of the ball. Has a little bit of time, but pops it over in front. Daffy now going to try to get anywhere near the close to the Joe Mama goal. Doesn't do so, however. Welva now trying to set one through mid. No one there to receive, and now it's just back over to the Joe Mama squad.
Really noticed that Joe Mama, they work quick. They're not hesitant in their own backfield, which is exactly what you need at this high level of gameplay. Especially when you have two players like Too Fast and Sean B, and then Zinno, a great ones player out in the scene. That's another great chance. I know these chances are hurting a lot being the manager or whatever, the owner of this team.
I run the Rocket League side of Vanguard Gaming. We and I've actually recruited all of these three players. These three players are my pride and joy as of right now. It's 2 months of the work, but yeah, I mean these games are a little bit killer on my side. But either way, I'm just here for some really good Rocket League, and I think that Sean B, Too Fast, and Zanil are very capable of doing that.
We saw this one a little bit earlier tonight. They did take down Joe Mama in a quick 2. Can that happen once again? But being down by 1, got Zinno in control, looking for the net once again, turned away by Gooder off the post, and now Gooder gonna take his own chances. Gonna take the time off, looks for the pinch, but gonna be taken away. Too Fast still has the control. This one drops down. It will be game 1 in the way of Joe Mama, and it will drop down. And that's a tough loss. It came down to the wire, but certainly they put up the fight. And if they continue, they are going to at least take one game off of this team.
Yeah, I mean, you see, Gooder had two great goals over in the near the halfway point at the beginning and at the end. He had four of the amazing, what was it, 11 shots here, but I mean, it was Too Fast, Sean B, and Zanil from Joe Mama that put on a clinic here on Vanguard. They have quite the saves from Vanguard, took away all their pressure and counterattacked on them. Did a really good job of doing that. So, we're here to see some games, but these two teams are definitely battling at each other, and they're definitely playing at least an equal tempo to where either one could come out on top here. But Joe Mama has done so right here.
The pace really, it goes back and forth. We saw a bunch of back and forth play throughout that entire match. And now going into game number 2, if they can match that evenly once again, we're going to see another close one. Don't know what the exact score will be because these teams like to score fast, or they can take their sweet old time. It does not really matter to us as long as they're having a great time. We're having a great time and they put up as much energy as we do.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I already know that Wova Gooder and Daffy are celebrating any kind of goal that happens. They're definitely hyped just to be here. So, Too Fast, Sean B, and Zanil, all three amazing players. Zanil being a rank X and six mans. Quite the magnificent solo player. Paired up with a nice two teammates as well. Too Fast, from your UNT is definitely a great player to be with. As it's gonna be a great save by Zanil there, almost getting a ball through, but Vanguard just couldn't find a hole.
And that hole was so small, you had to put it through the exact key, and they could not find the key to open up the door. But now they're looking for their own chance in the other half of the field. Looking like a hard pass. Daffy can get the double tap. He cannot follow this one up. And now we're back over in the orange corner. Sean B on the backboard, gonna be slide touchdown to Too Fast. Too Fast controlling the air, but drops down to Wova. Wova off the backboard. Gooder there to make the dunk. Now in front of the orange net. Once again, we're back and forth, but once again, the pressure is still here, but finally gonna get the clear out and the counterattack coming through, but gonna be turned away here by Gooder.
Yeah, this is a minute in and nobody has scored yet. This is what players hate, but the audience loves. And Too Fast breaks away this minute with a phenomenal goal. So it sends one in up high in the air, fakes it down, puts it down low, and then shoots it on the ground. Daffy just amazing backflips there. What a goal.
That's gotta hurt the heart a little bit. Seeing a backflip in any level of gameplay, it's just a little bit disappointing to see, but of course things happen. And right now chances are coming through. It's a great save by Daffy. Now Zanil trying to make his own chance, but giving right up over to Wova. Good redirect here by Daffy. Gonna go off the backboard. Gets the pinch. Gooder looking for the net. No, it's gonna put it off the backboard. Wova shot. Not gonna go in, gonna go wide. Double commit here from Joe Mama. Now Too Fast looking to take control, tries to get the flip reset, cannot keep the control though. And now the team of Vanguard, they're having the opportunities, only down by 1, but still got over 3 minutes to be played. And right now, Atomic, I'm really questioning what really needs to be done because a lot's been done, but not everything has been successful.
Yeah, well, you see here, Gooder sends one through. What? So that's what needs to be done. But quite a lot of redirects over towards the center half of the field. Daffy coming off of the side wall. Gooder sending a straight bullet in through, and Sean B just cannot get back in time. And now Vanguard are tied it back up with Joe Mama.
Do you classify that as a caster curse?
I mean, there's, we say things, but, we don't truly mean them. Cass's curse, as much of a pirate's curse as it can be, it seems to be quite a meme.
You're right.
You see here, Daffy's now on the ball, trying to put one in through towards the sidewalk. Too Fast, sending one through the middle fast, and Wova has to get in the way, but he has Daffy and Wova have to get away to that one before it goes into the net. Now Zanil taking a controlling touch. Gooder, however, going to meet up over in the top left corner. Now it's put towards the middle. Daffy has control of the ball, opts in for a fast flick, but Too Fast is patient and waiting. Wova now in the way. Too Fast trying to get a counterattack to be alive. Gooder is in the way, however, off the back wall, and he's going to try to muss it off to Sean B. Sean B sends it down. Daffy now on it, and it is quite pandemonium. But let's Vanguard try to set one through almost into the net. Too Fast was there enough for anything to be stopped in front of his net.
But 2 minutes and change. being all equalized here. It's all kind of wrapping up into its own little perfect present for us. So it's kind of looking a little mischievous as that's a miss there by Too Fast. It's on net, and Zeno cannot get back to make the save. Wova gonna get the go-ahead goal.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're at this level of gameplay, you have to capitalize on those mistakes. And if you are, I think it was Too Fast. If you're going up for that aerial and you do end up missing it, from the powerful clear, then you are going to get scored on. So just know that, so that they know that they have to tighten up any type of clears, shots, high anything. They need to be ready for anything. So a bit of a miscalculation there, and ends up turning into a goal, unfortunately, for Joe Mama. Here we have Wova sending it, trying to get one down through. Bit of a fork boost fiasco. He's almost going to get one through to the middle, and Gooder and Daffy are going to opt out to wait on that one, and the ball is now sitting around midfield with Zenil.
The control is very good out from Vanguard. But right now, Zenil trying to show off his own one's plays. That's turned away at the 18, but the opportunity is still here. Wova over in the corner, gonna chase this one down. Another hard shot, but not hard enough. Too Fast gonna follow this one up off the backboard, but now cleared out all the way over to the orange corner, where Zenil is met to meet the ball. Off the blue corner now, at a boost. Gooder cannot follow this one up. Gonna be a awkward redirect, but can they punch this one through off the backboard? Nobody's in net, and that's gonna be low, and Sean B gonna get the equalizer. 51 ticks left on the clock.
Well, if Joe Mama's going to do it and they're going to get scored on, then it would just make sense if Vanguard misses one like that and they get scored on. So it looks like everything is evened out, and we now have a new game at 51 seconds. Who is going to take it? This game, too, is shaping up to be a really good one.
It really is. Basically, with the last 45 seconds left here, I'm really trying to figure out what Vanguard's trying to play here. They're going to try to play more aggressive? They're going to try to play a little bit more mechanical? Or are they just going to try to figure their way through, just kind of wing it?
Well, they're definitely not getting outsped here, but they're definitely getting a little bit of their chances kind of soaked in on the patience of Joe Mama, and Joe Mama is seeming to have to capitalize on their counterattacks. And it looks like right here, Zenil does a textbook read on Vanguard. 16 seconds left. That could be the dagger against Vanguard in this game, too, and put the momentum tremendously on Joe Mama's side.
I like the Gooder and Wova. Did you guys forget about him? He's the one that launched it off in the first place, so then he was able to follow up his own chance. So that was all on you, between you two, to decide who was going to actually go up and challenge him. And maybe Sean B's going to insult to the pain. Not pain to insult, insult to pain.
Through 2 seconds, and it ties up the game. What a phenomenal pass by Daffy from the sidewall over to the middle. Gooder rips one through.
He shot that from half field and got 79 miles per hour with 2 seconds on the clock. We might be seeing overtime. Is it going to drop down? No, it's not. Oh, on the post! And that's going to send us to overtime as the clock does strike go. Going to be on the orange half of the field. The stars up. Zenil going to have the control. Looks to play low, plays the mind games. But they did fall for it, but the other one did not. Another shooting opportunity. Going to be redirected, but Daffy is there. Going to go up and over Sean B. And Zenil now going to keep his composure, giving up over to Too Fast. Now just going to be touched high, and Sean B's there to follow this one up. Has a little bit of boost. We're just going to let this one fall down. All he has to do is beat out Gooder. He almost does. He looks for the bottom corner, but it's back and forth gameplay once again. Nobody willing to back down, but whoever does is going to be faulted.
Wova in the back here is going to have a shot. It's going to have to save one. That one there is going to be back towards the Vanguard half, but they have a little bit of control on this one. Gooder's going to get one pass. Wova is in the way. Can he get a shot off? He does! And he gets a 4-3 against Joe Mama. They bring it back from the brink of death with 13 seconds remaining, getting a goal at the 2-second mark, and then saving it at 0 to getting a 4-3 lead against Joe Mama. What a phenomenal game there by Vanguard.
Is an absolute astonishing game from Vanguard. Joe, you played great, but Vanguard, you played fantastic. And now going into game number 3, it's going to be a testament to who can out-endure the other, because right now there's a lot of punishment, but if you cannot endure the punishment, then there's going to be too much pain for you to handle, and you're going to drop out. You're going to have to ring the bell. That kind of reminds me of like American Sniper, where basically you see all the guys wanting to ring the bell. You want to be a SEAL, but once again, you have to be able to outmuster your own mentality.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you see here, I'm not really sure what happened in the last 30 seconds here from Joe Mama, but they seem to have just fumbled the game away here. I mean, they've really had quite a tight knit in those last 13 seconds, but Vanguard, and I'm not even going to falter Joe Mama, I think Vanguard just turned it on somehow. They found a way to get through. They found some midfield passes. There was someone at middle waiting for the ball. You saw Woba cut in from his back half to cut in and get a ripping shot there from the half field, and the same thing with that game-ending shot. Just Vanguard turned it on here, so I'm hoping I can see that consistently here from Vanguard once again, but Joe Mama have put a stop to them in the first 4 minutes and 48 seconds. So, it's going to be something to see here, as game 3 is going to be shaping up to a shaky one here for Joe Mama. Joe Mama's going to have to save away two balls here, but they do it again for a third time. Zanil and Too Fast. Zanil's going to take it away. Remember, Too Fast is going to take it away. He's going to try to get a shot on, but Gooder getting in the way of that one, and now both teams have had some defensive saves on both sides of the field, and this has been non-stop action as all three of Vanguard is on this side of the field, and they still have the ball in possession here.
Having the possession, but being demoed in the place of that one, so the smart plays coming out here from Joe Mama. Only going to make it about a third of the way down the pitch, and now going to clear it out by Zanil. John B, a little bit over Wova. Wova going to be giving up over to Gooder. Zanil on the backboard, looking for the pass, gonna go off the backboard, no follow-up, and Wova just gonna send this one long, gonna redirect this one off their own backboard. Wova keeps the control, good back pass, it's gonna launch this one into the skies. 1 minute down, 3 or 4 to go, actually, but the pressure going back and forth, but certainly gonna be whoever can master out the other one. If you can be the master, you have to be able to teach your Padawan, and if you cannot teach the Padawan, then the Padawan does not stand a chance until Sean B proves the master incorrect, and they go up 1-0.
Yeah, Joe Mama with some amazing infield passes. Sean B getting a nice control touch, actually reads the bounce to the bottom of the goal and sends a great shot, a great solo play, passing play as well, but a great solo effort there by Sean B to get past the Vanguard defense. He might do it again here. Daffy can't get back in time, and a kickoff goal has now sent Vanguard in the past 3 seconds of this game from 0-0 to 0-2.
That's the extreme advantage right now, up by 2. Off a kickoff goal, only 90 seconds down, still 3.5 left to be played in game number 3. This one is the decider who's going to be seeing Mirage at Farmville in the grand finals. That will be who's going to be determined out of these two, but certainly right now a little bit of confusion or just a calculated gameplay. Too Fast going to send this one long off that ingenious play from Joe Mama, but right now it's going to go the wrong direction. Redirected off their own corner. Gooder and Wova both commit to that one. So right now they're both on the other half of the pitch. Wova going to get the demo on the way out, and now just going to be launched off the ceiling. Wova has the control off the sideboards, and now Sean B was Too Fast having the control. Going to be giving up over to Gooder. That's a good drop down pass, but it's going to be Daffy a little bit late to that one. But now the pressure mounting here. Do they have an opportunity looking for their shot? Daffy gonna let this one go by, and Gooder gonna get the first one here for Vanguard.
Well, it's such a great feeling to see Vanguard having to come in after that 0-2 goal loss in those few seconds to see an open, clear net after a clinic of offensive pressure by Vanguard on Joe Mama here. Joe Mama, however, still up a game here, have a definite possibility of winning this one. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and both of these teams are going at it. This tennis volley match seems to be going both ways. The ball seems to never stay at one side of the field for maybe about 5 seconds. It is quite a fast-paced game here. We have some thrilling gameplay here, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely is, and certainly Vanguard are showing up, nearly gets the demo or at least the bump on Sean B, but the composure is held to the absolute fine point. But now back over to Too Fast. keeps it control, goes off the ceiling, gets the pinch, and now it's just gonna be a slow roller to Sean B. Flicks it over one, but Daffy does get the half flip. That's gonna be a back pass. Looking for the top shelf, looking for the double tap. He does get it in too fast. Gonna give him that 2-goal lead right back.
Too Fast sends one through Gooder with a little bit of a mistouch. Too Fast now able to touch that ball wherever he wants and then double it. Does a great job of sending it with through. Wova and the Vanguard defense had absolutely no idea which hit was going to be the shot, the first or the second, and Too Fast absolutely destroyed Vanguard there in that volley.
Yeah, it's a volley may not always be, it's a good description, but I know you can elaborate on for us about that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for sure. Like I was saying Too Fast. He decided, you know, in soccer you have a juggle. He basically juggled that ball with his own 2 feet, or 4 wheels rather. He put the ball up in the air. He touched it over a couple times. He put it past the Vanguard defense, and it really showed the type of finesse that you need to have sometimes as a shooter in Rocket League. So we saw a great deal on that one. For the minute left, we see Wova and Daffy trying to get a connection here in the midfield. Doesn't seem to go through here. However, Daffy's trying to send it once again to the midfield where Gooder is patiently waiting. Sean B is going to go to demo Gooder here. Daffy trying to send one through. Another time is going to go across the midfield. Wova was in time, but the ball was just a little bit too fast to the other side of the field. Now it is on the left side. Daffy is trying to get something through. Gooder in the way, but just a little bit too high. And now Zanil is going to put one on for Joe Mama. Joe Mama's going to slow it down. Gooder back in time. However, now we have a counterattack. Can Wova get past? But the one defender that was back, and he cannot. Now a counterattack has happened, and Daffy puts one away from danger.
Yeah, with 25 ticks left on the clock here, down by 2. I definitely cannot count out Vanguard because we've seen them pull it out in the previous game, then send us to overtime. But right now, with the whiffs coming out from Daffy and from basically from everybody on the pitch, that's a shooting opportunity. Looking on target, but does get turned away in the end. And the clock ticking down to 3, 2, 1, and that one, as soon as it touches down, we will see Joe Mama in the grand finals against Mirage Esports.
Yeah, we just watched what was a really good team going against another really good team. I mean, those were some close games. The game 2 was an absolute favorite of mine. I will watch that VOD back and truly enjoy what I saw here today. I mean, you saw Too Fast, Sean B, and Zanil really tied this game down. They really got away with some controlling touches on Vanguard. Vanguard were trying to play, you know, outpace their opponents, but with an opponent that is able to pace with you and also control the ball a little better, it just gets to a point where you have outpaced yourself for the tournament. So we see Vanguard go home, and we see Joe Mama go over to the grand finals of this tournament, the GameWorks Tactical Banditry Bandits on Wheels tournament. And this week, you know, we have some really nice teams going into the finals. So, you know, the 2 teams we're going to be seeing is we're going to have Mirage and Farmville, along with Joe Mama going at it. And, you know, these 2 teams are very, very nice teams that we are so happy to see how these finals have turned out.
Are absolutely nice teams outside of the game. When they get into the game, they're vicious monsters that basically can out mechanics anybody on the pitch, and frankly, it's just uncomparable to what we've been able to see tonight. And now we get to see another epic matchup, best of 5, but Mirage does go in with the 1-goal advantage with running the upper bracket, but certainly cannot count out Joe Mama, top players on that pitch. But of course, it's going to be a tough mountain to climb if you're going to have to take down Mirage. But certainly that will be a great one to come back to. We'll take a quick break, and we will see you guys at the grand finals in just a few moments. Hello and welcome back to our final match of the night. We have the grand finals of Joe Mama versus Mirage. and Farmville. And I'm Xandar57, and joining me once again for our grand finals is iAtomic. And iAtomic, this is going to be an epic matchup. Top players here in this tournament, the number 1 seeded team versus, I believe, the number 2 seeded team. So this one's going to be an epic matchup, and it's going to be one for the ages.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams have gone at it all night long, and they have been winning against teams that are definitely teams that deserve to be here as well. But these are the teams that made it on top when it matters. So this is going to be the grand finals, a best of 5 with an advantage for the team that hasn't lost yet. So we're gonna have a 1-0 scoreline before we even begin this thing. So for Mirage and Farmville, so can Joe Mama bring it back with a goal advantage against them, or will Mirage take it with a game 1 advantage and sweep them? We'll see what happens here in the next couple of minutes with this game.
Well, now I'm actually going to go into what do you think the outcome is going to be of this one, and what do you think the predicted, what is the series score going to end up being between these two teams?
Well, I mean, I at this point, I think I just have to have my money on Joe Mama. It's a fun team name. I hate saying it, but I think they've got the skills here to take over Mirage, even with this 1 game lead here. And they've actually already taken out the team that has taken them out over to the losers final. So now they are all but even with Mirage as well. So I have my money on Joe Mama.
I would have to agree with you, even though I love to be on the train of Mirage. I've been on the train of Joe Mama all night long. I've been loving to follow them all the way throughout this entire bracket. They've taken down top teams. They were taken down by Vanguard, sent down to the lower bracket, and then Vanguard finally met them in the losers finals. That was an epic matchup that we just did. But now, I think this one's going to go. If it's not, I expect it to go to game number 5, and I do expect it to go 3-2 in the way of Joe Mama. Mirage, you played good all night. You had T-Coast, you had Vegas, and you had Blaze. Blaze being a monster on the pitch, the control. But right now, the players are ready for us on the pitch, Atomic. So any final words of wisdom to give to these players before they get started?
Well, I mean, I see a lot of controlling touches from Blaze, and I see a lot of controlling touches from Zanil. Both of these players have the ability to slow the ball down whenever they want. All I say is that make sure to do it, whenever the defense is a little bit of a break and they have to really, really rush back to try to get your save in. So, as we see, any type of thing like that goes in. So, we're going to have a bit of a game crash. We're going to restart the server here in a little bit, but the anticipation just rolls on. We're going to have more and more coverage of these games in quite a minute. But these two teams are going to go at it, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate from Vegas. His game crashed on us, so we'll get that lobby right back up and get you guys back to that action. But certainly, it's going to be an absolute gladiator match. You have one of the top bubble scene teams, Mirage. They came in second in the IWO against another top Canadian team. But now, looking at this one, you had never had to take down a CRL champion with an up-and-coming player as Sean B. And then Zanil, a top 100 3s and 1s and 2s player. So he is everywhere in that top leaderboard. So it's a lot to ask out of that team, but certainly they have the ability and the tenacity to take down the team of Mirage.
Yeah, it's going to take a bunch from both of these teams to definitely come out with any type of advantage and momentum. It's going to be this first game that we are going to be seeing here shortly that's going to bring it in for everyone. So let's try to get on in here. See, the server's not up quite yet, but it will be soon. Just going to be waiting for some information on that whenever I can. But yeah, I mean, I've seen Blaze play in multiple different teams. He's had quite the advantageous career here in Rocket League. And I've also seen Zanil play. He played for there's a two fast place for UTD, and that is a very nice CRL team. They're very, very prestigious. They win a couple of the tournaments there for CRL. I think they've won in the past. They're definitely, and it's definitely thanks to at least for Too Fast and his two teammates there as well, for them to bring in any kind of championship here, and they're going to try to do so here tonight as well.
They certainly are trying to bring home that grand prize of a sum of money, and right now we're certainly trying to get that lobby information to us, because that would be lovely to get you guys all that action. Really, it's not exactly the best. And what was that production we had? We have information. Oh, we're still waiting for him to get back. Okay, cool. That's exactly what we want to hear. So thank you very much, production. We appreciate it very much.
But I mean, sorry, but I think that, let's talk about the two games that we saw before this. So we've seen, we've seen Tactical Banditry had Mirage versus Vanguard. Mirage did beat Vanguard 0-3, pretty handily on Vanguard here. And then we also saw Vanguard lose here after already beating Joe Mama, but Joe Mama coming back in the losers finals against Vanguard. So that is the story of these two teams coming here into this grand finals here. So you've seen Vanguard a step of the way with everyone on, and these two teams have coming against the third place and the fourth place, which comes from, I believe that is going to be Blicky, but we've got some talent here. These two teams have definitely not just had an easy waltz through this bracket to get here. We have two teams that deserve to be here from a fight in every side of this bracket, and that's why you should sign up next week for the Tactical Banditry Bandits on Wheels. But these two teams definitely deserve it, and we're going to be seeing them in the future, I hope, in other grand finals as well.
It would absolutely be amazing. I'd love to see a bunch of these other teams. It's very cool to actually see all these top level players. They change up their names quite a lot, which is always very interesting. We love our team balls. They were ranked number 23. They did end up being taken down by Bepis in this one, and then Bepis went on for quite a while, was then finally taken down by Mirage. But then kind of looking at Mirage's kind of thing, they took down Malicious 6 2-0. They took down Speedy Boys 2-1. Then they finally take down Bepis 2-0. Then took down Lost Not Found, one of the other top level bubble teams, and then made themselves all the way into this one after being Vanguard in this grand finals. Now it's an epic one to see, and we're really just kind of interested in what we should kind of get back to.
Seems here we're just stalling for a little bit longer with the two teams. We did have, as we say, I think a PC crash. So the boot ups of those PCs can be quite long. I've definitely had to deal with a few of those. Yeah, hopefully nothing too long. However, we are getting word in that the lobby is up and we're able to join in. So the wait is finally coming out to an end. We've got these two teams. We're probably going to be coming and seeing them. They're going to be going at it. Vegas is already joining in quite fast. And let's see what kind of gameplay we can get here. The lobby is up, so hopefully we get to see it right now.
They're able to play the lightning dance, which that's always fun. We always love to see the lovely lightning dance between all the players. It's interesting to see how fast they can move between the number of teams, but I just want to kind of highlight once again just how high level this gameplay is going to be. It's going to be probably it's going to be our fastest game of the night. Like the last one was already very fast between Vanguard and Joe Mama, but now you have a top team Mirage and you have a very top level players on each of the teams. And right now they seem to all be ready. We have blue, which is Mirage, and orange is Joe Mama, and they are started here. 5 minutes on the clock, 5 minutes to go to end game number 1, but we have plenty of time left to get to that.
Mirage and friends still try to get a nice touch over in the beginning of the game. Now it's going to be up to Vegas to try to get one through. Blaze sitting back in his net, going to send one through. Joe Mama too fast is going to be in the way. He's going to try to get a goal here. It's going to go just a little bit too high. Vegas sending us a ripper through, but it's just going to be a little wide. Zanil, however, was ready for any shot to be on goal to be saved. And that's just going to, I think that's going to be a pretty nice saying to what is going to be going on for the rest of this game, as any type of defensive struggle is going to be met with an amazing offensive struggle here as Tekos seals one away. Zanil with a ripping shot, but couldn't get one through. And Joe Mama, and Mirage are going to get a saving grace clear here, but Sean B forces it through, and Joe Mama puts their score on the board first.
I'm surprised it didn't come in faster. It was off of 2 players. Yeah, that should have pinched in way faster, but did end up hitting that upper 90. 1-0, the advantage in the way of Joe Mama. So it's a great start in the first 60 seconds, but there's still plenty of time left, which is exactly 4 minutes to be played now between these two teams. Mirage, they're having their own take at that one, but Tico's just going to let this one roll on by. Takes the control off the ceiling. Nobody is there until Zanil is there, gets the drop down touch. Now it's a little bit awkward here, trying to get their own Mirage. Leaving the net wide open. Can Sean B get around it? No, he cannot, and he's out of boost. But right now, Atomic, it's looking like Mirage might have met their match, but they're certainly not going to go down easy.
Not at all, as Mirage is going to have a bit of a open net here. Zanil, however, going to cancel that as fast as he can. Too fast now behind the ball for a counterattack. Vegas and Blaze, however, back in time. Going to take control in their back halves. Tekos going to come in from the side over to the middle. Now he's on the opposite side, and there's going to be a whip from both players. Zanil seemed to be reading from both of these players. Now it's back on to the Joe Mama side. Joe Mama sending it back down to Mirage. Vegas sending a high ball over in. And Tekos trying to send one through the middle. We'll just go with Vegas with a tiny tap to send one in against Joe Mama.
Oh, look at that. He just falls right off the top of the goal and too fast. Not able to read that one in time. That's a great redirect by Vegas. Gets in the perfect position to knock out the keeper. It kind of blocks the view, kind of like a demo smoke screen. That's kind of what he was trying to do, trying to get in his way, block off any type of view that he could possibly get, and then slots it right in off that great pass coming through. And now their own opportunities from Joe Mama, looking for the net. Gets the double tap, but not going to go into the net. So right now, it's just looking a lot like this Atomic. It's looking like it's going to be a very high but low scoring game. It's going to be high scoring relative to these two teams, but it's going to be very low scoring compared to what we've seen throughout the rest of the night.
Yeah, we've seen some games go 6-6, 5-4, anything above 4 in my idea from both teams is quite a high score game. As Vegas is going to try to get a double through, but the entirety of Joe Mama is going to get that ball out and clear it out, and now we're going to have a counterattack going, but Blaze is in the way. Zanil now trying to keep that counterattack alive. He's going to get evicted by Tekos. Tekos sends one through to the corner, and now Sean was the last man back, but he gets broken through. Someone has to get back fast for Joe Mama. Zanil does that exactly. Now Too Fast is on it. Joe Mama setting up one. Vegas, however, going to cancel it over in the midfield. Zanil now on top of the ball. Controlling touch. Blaze going to read it effectively. A demo coming in from the middle. Sean B against Tekos. Too Fast now taking the ball away from Sean B. Sean B playing a third man now respectively, and is going to try to send one through and putting it back into the Mirage corner.
The last 82 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be one of the longest ones. Oh, that's off the post. But kind of back to it, it's really just going to be one of the longest. Oh, the last couple minutes here, the last minute or so, just because of how high these teams are playing at currently. They're having to think out of the box just because of how hard they're coming in. The Rockets are shooting through. Another opportunity does go in for Vegas, and they're up by 1 with their advantage.
Yeah, you see here, Joe Mama has a little bit of a break. The defense, Too Fast just made a save, trying to make a second one there, but Vegas was on time once again. It looks as if they're playing a man-to-man coverage on Joe Mama. Mirage is doing a great job of canceling out any second chance touches that Joe Mama is trying to make. So Mirage and friends are really sealing the deal here with 50 seconds remaining. As another one almost rips in through Tekos. Gonna take a 50-50 there. Blaze had some momentum, but gets demoed immediately, going 50 miles per hour. with the supersonic speed. Now Sean B trying to pass it over to mid. Sean B almost going to get another touch back to him. Sean B now on the back wall, trying to get anything near the Mirage side. Zanil, however, putting it back down. Now Blaze takes it away from Zanil. Zanil and Blaze. Back at it is Blaze sending it to the middle. Now it's back to over to Too Fast. Too Fast trying to send over to the middle. Vegas is in the way. Tikaz now trying to bounce it in. Can he get a double? He does. It's going to be coming towards the net and doesn't go in. This is going to be the last chance, ladies and gentlemen. 10 seconds. Blaze needs to defend, and the Joe Mama roster needs to get something through here. Too Fast is going to try to find someone in the middle. He cannot get it through far enough. Now Sean B and a little bit of game of Hot Pocket is going to be thrown in. And it goes down, and that's the game. 2-1 for Mirage and Friends.
Mirage, you go up now 2-0 because you had that one game advantage with running the upper bracket, but now you're requiring Joe Mama to get a full, clean reverse sweep. And the way that they play in that one, the last minute was their downfall. They let that final one go through. It was great positioning out of Vegas, but certainly you gotta be able to defend a little bit better in the ending of the game. If you got to defend your hearts out in that last couple minutes and not worry about the beginning part, go do it. But if you have to, you want to do it early. But now you have to score a little bit earlier. Gotta get more goals on the board before Mirage can. Because right now, it doesn't matter what the lead is, 1-0, well, not 0, a 2, 3, or 4. Nothing is really safe when you're playing against a top team like Mirage.
Yeah, Mirage seems to understand when to apply their pressure, and it seems to me that Joe Mama is just trying to find any cracks they can find instead of forcing one. So it's really up to a team that is trying to snake their way in through a win, or a team that is consistently breaking over a singular crack to make it bigger so that they can finally score it. And that's what we're going to see here for the next couple of games. We are up 2-0 in favor of Mirage and Friends. And if you are Joe Mamas and their fans, you are waiting for them to come out of the dirt, and now is the time to do so. Tekaz is going to send it away for this first kickoff.
The great opening kickoff. Going to be trying to look for the bump on Vegas, but now just going to be sent down. Tico is going to be there. The shot on Blaze going to rush back in to make the turn away. And now back over to the orange half of the field. Joe Mama being hammered right now, but does get out of trouble. It's going to be a low one, goes for the 50. Zanil going to take his time, lets the offense get a little bit set up, but certainly they're going to let this one go out of the orange zone. Now back into the blue zone. We're going to see Vegas try to make the challenge. Too Fast going to be there way faster than Vegas. Vegas just kind of lurking out here, trying to wait for a pass, and then just has to rotate in. Too Fast going to take his own turn. Runs out of boost, so now he's just going to let his own teammate Sean B come in. Now Zanil trying to get the play to come through. Not anything happening here in the first minute. A lot of opportunities, but nothing extremely dangerous towards each other's net.
A bit of a slow first 2 minutes of this game, number 3. From these two teams. We've seen some magnificent games and goals coming in around the first minute mark, and now we're past 2.5, and we haven't really seen much of anything. Both of these teams are filling each other out. None of them want to lose this game. Let's see, once again, Joe Mama, if they win this game, they get some momentum. They put their first game on the board against Mirage and Friends. And Mirage and Friends, if they score one in the first, and they're going to have some momentum to keep this game going and take it all away. So that is exactly what has happened here with Vegas sending one through, and the Joe Mama team could not find a third man back in time.
The control from Blaze, doesn't matter how high he gets, he knocks it right off the corner, and then Vegas right there to get the follow-up touch to score that one first for Mirage. It basically in that last 30 seconds of that 30-minute or the 3-minute mark, but now double off of the post. Tico is going to get the second one going for Mirage. That's a great play off the woodwork, and then gets the double tap off the initial player, then off the post, and now slots that in. 2-0 in the way of Mirage. Great start, and that might be the finisher, but definitely Joe Mama, you have the opportunities, but now you need to start taking them.
Yeah, I mean, you did not just skip over the fact that, I mean, Blaze had a ceiling jump off the field to try to send one to the net. It just barely went down bar and out instead of in. And, you know, he's kicking himself for that one, but he's glad that it went in through. And now, however, so Tekos sends one in, trying to get anything near the goal. Sean B and Zanil now having to try to get a defensive touch away from their goal as they are dire to try to get anything going in for their half of the field.
At just about halftime here. 2-0 the advantage in the way of Mirage, but now Too Fast are kind of looking for another opportunity. Great passing play, nearly gets the double. That's a little bit disappointing with the opportunities coming few and far between. Blaze looking for another hard ripper rocket on net. Going to be turned away though. Vegas trying to take his own opportunity, but now Sean B got boost, but now out. Now just going to pick up one in the backfield. Vegas going to come through, tries to get the demo, but it's gonna be a great defensive effort right now from Joe Mama, and certainly Atomic. It's wanting to go in the way of Joe Mama, but the way that Mirage is playing, they're playing way too good for their own good, and right now they might be going for that clean 3-0 sweep.
Yeah, Joe Mama might be sent home here as we see Blaze, Tekos, and Vegas from Mirage and Friends trying to keep anything they can see alive. Blaze trying to get one through, or trying to get a defensive touch there, and it seems that Joe Mama couldn't get anything through there in time. Zanil up for that one, but gets a little bit of a miss there. That was the chance at 1 minute 20 to get something in for Joe Mama. Joe Mama now on the back half, on their back foot, and really need to clutch in here in this last minute to get anything through to avoid a sweep. But we see Mirage and Friends putting on a defensive show. Sean B setting one through Zanil, having to send it back away. Sean B now on the ball, gets demoed by, or Sean B demos Blaze. Now Blaze is going to be sent back to the field. A little bit of a breathing room for Joe Mama. Joe Mama now trying to get one through Blaze in the way, however, after that demo, and now he's going to have some boost. Gets a little bit bumped. He's still going to get a touch here, however. Someone's up for a Mirage. Mirage now setting over back, getting control touches. No one on Joe Mama has control on this ball right now. See, Zanil is up for this one. Now he gets a touch out over to his own tucked away corner. Sean B trying to get away with Blaze. Blaze gets blocked, sends it back down to the midfield, but Vegas there in time, and Too Fast now on a defensive approach. Tekos trying to send one through. 20 seconds remaining. We have the ending in sight. We see Sean B trying to send one through. Too Fast trying to get a shot on, but he waits. However, instead, the ball is now back over to the Mirage side. Can we see it? Oh, a shot and a miss. No boost for Sean B. The boost stealing from Mirage has taken this game away, and the ball drops, and we see Mirage send it through. Vegas, Blaze, and Tekos win for the Bandits on wheels.
Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing at Joe Mama, but congratulations to Mirage and Farmville. They played absolutely fantastic with Blaze, Tekos, and Vegas, but right now it's a little bit disappointing. Like I said, disappointing. It's not exactly expected between these two teams. I was really expecting at least a game 4, if not a game 5. But it's just, there's no other word besides disappointing. And I was more of wanting it than more of just disappointed. I was just more wanting it to see. And I know you were, as well as the fans were, wanting to see that one go a little bit farther than just seeing 2 games between these two. They were going to put on an epic show, but Mirage, they pulled it out in the end. And you might want to keep Blaze. Blaze played absolutely fantastic. The man's so mechanical. He's so fast. He has the game sense that's required to play with this high-level team. And I expect to see a lot more out of him in the coming weeks in the Tactical Banditry Bandit on Wheels tournaments.
Yeah, but however, we do have our winner for tonight. We see we have Mirage and Friends. Mirage, a winner in the past, and now a winner now once again, bringing in some new players and in some old talent as well to get this win in and through. But we have watched quite the tournament. We have seen stories of teams that came in and made it to the premiere broadcast. We've seen a team that lost to a team in the middle of the bracket now win against the other one, and we've seen an undefeated bracket team take this game here today and the tournament. So some really exciting stuff that we were able to watch through, and I'm really excited that we were able to see even a sweep. However, because a sweep does not happen very often, especially in the grand finals when both teams so deserve to be there.
Yeah, especially when you have players like Too Fast, Zanil, and Sean B, really high level players here. But that's kind of wrapping things up here for us, Atomic. It was fantastic casting with you, as well as our first segment casters with Cats and with an Oddfellow. So they played they casted absolutely fantastic, as well as our producer here tonight, Katago. He did absolutely fantastic, kept you guys all entertained with his great overlays, and we got to cast some absolutely fantastic gameplay, as well as Pranav holding these tournaments, as well as GameWorks. A great shout out to them providing these each and every week. $300 on the line every single Thursday starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And now I nearly said Central Time because that's where I'm at, but that's kind of wrapping things up for us. Any final thoughts before we send them on their way?
No, I mean, I think the only thing we have to say is that tune in next week. We're expected to have a bigger and better tournament. As always, we are always continuously growing. So expect, better, bigger and better things in the future for us.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's wrapping things up. So all of you that are in the U.S., have a great 4th of July, and we will see you guys next Thursday. And if you guys aren't in the U.S., well, too bad, but happy 4th of July, and we will see you guys next week. That is me, Xandar, and that's Atomic over there on my left or your right. I don't know, but that's a fantastic night. We will see you guys next week, so have a great one.